time things are going to be a little different. This time, for our states.
Tag Team Championship.
Newly created WSW Australian Champion.
At World Series Championship.
Something the world knows.
Speaking of world titles, back every day, Shawn Spears.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Speedball Mike Bailey.
Adelaide Oval, make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of the greatest city on the planet, welcome to the hallowed halls of the greatest stadium on the planet, Adelaide Oval. And welcome to World Series Wrestling Full Throttle! I am your host for this evening. My name is Luke Hazard. Thank you all for coming today. We have got a fantastic night of action, including two big championship matches. We'll see the brand new World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Adelaide's own the Pariah, taking on the Bullet Club's ABC. Plus a huge fatal four-way for the World Series Wrestling World Championship tonight. The former champion, Matt Cardona, will be in action. The former champion. We're going to see Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian in this ring. And defending the newly won World Series Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, the Perfect 10, Shawn Spears. So there's only one thing left for us to do on this fantastic Sunday afternoon, right here at Adelaide Oval. Are we ready to kick off the show, folks? Now, these guys told me that Melbourne was really loud and fantastic. So for the thousands watching internationally on Fight TV, are we ready to show them how Adelaide does it? Adelaide, are you ready to go full throttle? Well, our first match is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
To the ring, from the 559, the Machine, Brian Cage!
Adelaide, let's please welcome. He's an AEW superstar. The very first World Series Wrestling Hall of Fame recipient. He's the Machine, Brian Cage!
Either way you try to play a tombstone, they gon' write your name. Flatliner, the owner of the smile face. You think that you can try to change the outcome, but you're miles away. Maybe now's the time to dare to say your prayers and fight your faith. Hit him in the head on the power man with an iron fist on the side of your face. Leave you with a dead like an iron lace. Then lift you like this child's play. One's gonna learn when I light the flame, but aim into your eyes like a blinded rage. I know you're gonna fight with the fire, I'll stand. I get my destroy you in turn. All the well best. A suitcase kickers.
Defender tonight. And we've got champions and former champions alike. Warbeard, the team of Matt Basso and Eric Redbeard, who just recently lost their tag team gold, will be going 2-on-2 against the Armstrongs, Jeff
And his
Nick.
opponent.
And let's not forget, tonight we also have recently signed Matthew
Weighing in
Hayter
today
from
at
Adelaide, South Australia,
175
taking on TMDK member and Queensland, South Australia, hero everywhere to Australia, Robbie Eagles. Now, of course, let's talk a little about what's in front of us here. As you can see, Speedball Mike Bailey now making his way to the ring. An important fact to note here, Mike Bailey weighs in at 174 pounds. Brian Cage, just for a bit of difference, 274 pounds. There's 100 pounds of difference between these two men here tonight. Not only that, I have it on good authority that directly after this match, Speedball is jumping on a plane, flying over to Japan to compete into NJPW, and then flying back to the rest of the World Series Wrestling Tour. What is that? I am speechless that someone can he teleport? Can he teleport, Shawn? Mike Bailey will be indeed challenging for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title held by Takahashi alongside Leo Rush in triple threat action, but of course he cannot think that far ahead. We have the Drill Claw to contend with, the Machine, Brian Cage. 3 seconds and it's all over. Just remember, the last time we were here in Adelaide, Brian Cage was this close to defeating Matt Cardona and becoming a 2-time world champion. I don't think Matt Cardona can be defeated, Shawn. I think we established that last time, that he doesn't get defeated, he simply allows things to happen. You can hear the electricity on this crowd. To begin with here, we are locked, cocked, and ready to unload in this opening bout. I mean, that's an interesting term of phrase there. It's an Adelaide one. Is it? I don't recall hearing that, and I don't think I want to again. Brian Cage, the Machine, up against Speedball, Mike Bailey. Both these men have held the Impact X Division title, but you'll find two very different styles, two very different forms of attacks. You have speed and agility against brute force and power. Now, I don't think you heard that, Shawn, but the audience here in Adelaide was chanting, "Brian's gonna kill you." And Speedball Mike Bailey was like, "Yeah, come on, bring it. Come on, Adelaide. Let's hear it." He was goading them on. He's up for a challenge, and no matter what form it takes. Kind of interesting, you look at Brian Cage's journey here in World Series Wrestling. I'll throw a number at you, 1,362. Oh. That is the amount of days that Brian Cage and Flip Gordon held the World Series Wrestling Tag Team titles. This is the first time in quite a while that Brian Cage has to branch out as a singles competitor. What was that number again? 1,362. Interesting fact, it's also the amount of muscles that Brian Cage has on his body. So, I doubt it. We can see every single one of them. There's a feeling out process here at the moment. Both men taking their time, allowing to feed off the audience. Get that excitement, you can hear it here. It's palpable through your laptop screens here. Both these men, no stranger to each other. It was just last night that they faced off in triple threat action against the Australian champion TJP. Both men looking to accumulate some gold this time round in the Full Throttle tour here, and that is not going to do it from Mike Bailey. It's going to take more than a shoulder block to take down the Machine, but damn sure he's going to try. You mentioned a clash of styles there before, Shawn, and we saw a perfect example of it there. Speedball Mike Bailey is heavily influenced, has a huge background in Taekwondo. You'll see those flashy kicks, you'll see those spinning heels, you'll see all types of feet offense, because that's where his background is. Whereas you got Brian Cage, who's just a mountain. He'll just charge through. In fact, Speedball will be lucky if his legs don't break if one of them kicks connect. That's exactly it. Mike Bailey, if he wants to go one-on-one and Brian Cage, he's going to have to use that martial arts background, that speed, that agility. He's going to have to take to the skies. But that's no small feat as well, because one thing you'll know about Brian Cage, deceptively quick. The man is lightning fast. No man that size should be able to move that speedily. It's just not fair. It's like he's hogging all the talent and all the charisma for everyone else. And I, for one, feel slighted. Now you can see now. Oh, I was going to say that Brian Cage has kind of brought things down to his speed, but not so fast here as Speedball gets to pick up the pace here and that educated feet that you're talking about, Ben. And now up and over, Brian Cage down to the outside. Has him scouted. Brian Cage had that scouted. Picks up like a rag doll and now in that powerbomb position.
Oh! Cardona almost right into that ring post.
Using the ring post to your advantage. Use anything to your advantage, really. Liu Kang-like kicks. Mortal Kombat employed here. And now what has Mike Bailey got sized up here? Bailey taking a tour of his own around the ring, coming full throttle. Around it, Brian Cage in a drop kick. Right onto the jaw.
Now, I'd say that's more of a fly kick, if you ask me. That was one very, very well-placed kick to the throat. And again, you attack that trachea, you're going to have a hard time breathing. And I mean, I've never been in the ring professionally before, but I imagine it to be very cardio intense. You're going to need to be able to breathe, Shawn.
Potentially so, Ben. Now here, as we talked about, Mike Bailey going where he is absolutely comfortable, taking to the skies. Sizing Brian Cage up. Again, has it scouted.
Oh! Sending him right back into that corner. And Brian Cage making one in return.
Another well-placed kick. And now the spinning DDT off the top rope there. Brian Cage with an aerial assault of his own. This is the thing about these kinds of tours. You do get an opportunity to scout your opponent up close and personal. These two got to do so last night. They're basically having another go-around. There's no title on the line, bragging rights, and who knows what happens at the rest of this tour. Maybe another shot at the Australian title, maybe the world title.
You have to think that every single win counts in World Series Wrestling. Adrian Monero would be watching very, very closely to see how this crowd responds to these wrestlers. And who knows who will get the opportunity down the line.
Currently halfway through this tour here, 6 cities over the weekend. If you haven't checked it out by now, we have our 2 Melbourne shows that have happened in the past few nights. Still plenty more to go as Mike Bailey crumpled up in the corner here, straight for the count.
Maybe not many more for Mike Bailey if he keeps taking shots like that. My goodness.
See, Brian Cage continues the assault here, straight ground and pound style here.
Now it's a hold, but you have to believe that massive bicep is just cutting off every bit of air up to the brain there.
See, this is the perfect way to slow down your opponent, sap their energy, sap their strength. Even if Bailey happens to escape his hold, the energy that he's having to exert just to break the tremendous arms of the machine. Again, coming forth and cut to the quick there. This pace now slows down to where Cage likes it. He wants to be able to manhandle his opponent, take his time, chew them apart, spit them out. And again now, insult to injury here.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Who says you can't get a workout in the ring at the same time? Get a bit of a pump going on. Brian Cage, the Machine, ladies and gentlemen, former World Series Wrestling World Champion.
And I believe the first inductee to the World Series Wrestling Hall of Fame.
That's exactly right. For the very first time, World Series Wrestling, we had our Hall of Fame ceremony. Brian Cage, a mainstay of the promotion. Oh, caught in there with a Northern Lights suplex and 2 count. I'm not sure how much he got all of that, but he did use Speedball's momentum to his advantage.
Now, if you're a Speedball at this time, you'd surely be thinking what he has to do to put this man down. Like, really, what can you possibly do? Cage doesn't look bothered at all.
Here we go.
Hold.
Hung up on the ropes here. This might be the opportunity we're talking about here. Speedball has a chance now against the rope.
No! Oh. Brian Cage.
Axe handle smash. We may be looking for a little bit of an area code coming up. The biggest 619 you'll find this side of Australia.
Now, usually I'd be saying, is it smart to be posturing to the audience as much as Brian Cage is at the moment? But Shawn, he seems to have this match firmly in hand.
Thing you'll find about Brian Cage in Australia, he feeds off that energy. He needs it. We may be looking at F5 territory here, and Speedball countering with a DDT, earning himself some much-needed reprieve. You have to know when to go on the attack and keep your opponent grounded, and when to take those precious few moments to regain that stamina, that energy, and work out what your next plan of attack is.
Speedball lining him up, kick to the midsection. Oh, axe kick right across the back of the head. Oh, and a stiff shot right to the sternum.
Talk about that Taekwondo background that Mike Bailey has coming into play here. Standing shooting star press. One count. Brian Cage firmly and with authority kicking out and gets a well-placed kick for his troubles.
Oh! What would you call that? Shooting star...
double stomp. A knee stomp.
Knee stomp? That'll do.
Shooting star knee stomp.
Trademark that. Oh, missed. Into the ropes.
Now hanging out on the apron here. Brian Cage jumping. Oh my God! Moonsault plunger from the outside. Mike Bailey took a calculated risk. Assumed Brian Cage was going to be straight to the outside, and it connected. High risk, high reward. The crowd sums it up perfectly here tonight. Referee employing the 10 count. Of course, this is not a no DQ match. Both these men can indeed be counted out. Talk about wins and losses. Draws are very much in effect.
I guess at this point, if you're a Speedball Mike Bailey, you just want to get in there and hope that Brian Cage doesn't get in so you can get the win.
That's it. A count out is still a victory. No shame in it. Do whatever you can to get the win. Brian Cage in the last few seconds now. Oh, trying to trip him up there. Gets him caught up on the apron, and now is the precarious position for Brian Cage.
Oh. Well, had he stopped a monster fronting rampant?
Oh my God! Again, that well-placed double knee strike, and oh, good Lord. We've seen this before, the pure strength on display.
He picked him up from outside.
Super duperplex from Brian Cage.
Oh, and he kicked out. Speedball Mike Bailey kicked out, my goodness.
Sheer strength from Brian Cage and sheer will from Mike Bailey to kick out there just then. We are in the opening contest here in Full Throttle, the Adelaide leg. Brian Cage, Speedball Mike Bailey. The implications going forward on this tour are astronomical. What it could mean going forward. Both these men want to prove their mettle.
Not only this tour, let me just remind you again, straight after this match, Speedball's off to the airport to fly to Japan to compete over there. How is that not playing on his mind in this match against someone like Brian Cage?
That's exactly it. You're only as good as your current match, really, and Mike Bailey needs to make sure he's got all his effort, all his energy, all his focus on Brian Cage.
He needs to make sure he's got all his limbs, Shawn. Brian Cage is going to rip him off.
Oh! I wonder how effective that's going to be against the machine here. He's laughing it off. It's egging him on here. Speedball going to take a shot now. Jesus.
Didn't even flinch. Did not even flinch.
So I just don't know simply how wise this is here. Maybe ego getting the better of the Speedball here. There we go. You can't chop. Kick the hell out of your opponent. Oh my God.
Brian Cage agrees. Lifting him up.
Up and over. Oh my God.
Oh!
Pump knee, well-placed kick. Good God! Thunderous lariat. Brian Cage taking out Speedball Mike Bailey. Both men on the floor once again.
I don't even think Speedball knows what's going on. I think that was instincts alone that he was able to pull that out. All his training over all the years in martial arts, not only in wrestling, have taught him to I'm speechless. I'm speechless by what I just saw, Shawn.
Look at this. All the training in the world you can have, whether it's martial arts, whether it's in the ring here. How do you prepare for a 274-pound monster like Brian Cage? Sizing him up here. Oh! Caught once more. Caught again. Now starting to build. Oh my God! Tornado claw from Brian Cage. And perhaps now setting him up. Looking for the drill claw. Up.
That's a roll up.
1, 2. Oh, so close. Now again, just relentless in his assault here. From almost a third away from the ring there, that powerbomb straight into the corner, potentially going for a second. Oh my God!
On his head! He's got the pin! That's it!
Jeez! Again, 2.5. These near falls now, it's anyone's ball game here. All one person needs to do is have one slip up, one mistake, and for another to capitalize and it's all over. Oh!
Every single one of those kicks going straight for the throat of Brian Cage.
Attention, looking for the ultimate weapon here. You talk about the knee strikes of Mike Bailey. Shooting star. Oh my God! Ultimate weapon connects 1, 2. Oh, but
2.99999.
Brian Cage kicking out of the ultimate weapons. The coup de grace of the arsenal that is Speedball Mike Bailey.
What does he do now? What can he do now? How do you put a man like Brian Cage down?
You have to wonder, Mike Bailey has to be going through the Rolodex of his arsenal, of his strikes, of his moves. How do I put away the machine? Well played strike. He might be out. Brian Cage could be out. One! I spoke too soon. 1 count. Brian Cage with authority, emphatically kicking out. Frustration beginning to build here from Speedball. He doesn't realize that he's being stalked. He's being sized up here. Up! Pop-up powerbomb. Holding on, Ben. He's holding on.
Oh, and again into that turnbuckle. This is it.
Once, twice. Oh, sit-out powerbomb. That could be all she wrote here.
Oh, he kicked out. How? How? How is this possible? And I think both the wrestlers are asking that very question right now, Shawn.
You see the frustration beginning to mount. Again now looking for the drill claw. Up! Drill claw! That surely, God.
My goodness, what a match to open this evening.
You have to think, Brian Cage wasn't even sure if that was going to generate the 3 count there. At this point, you have to assume your opponent is kicking out of everything. What an opening bout, and what a showing from the World Series Wrestling Hall of Famer, Brian Cage. And as you've stated before, Ben, what's next for Mike Bailey? Straight to the airport, straight to New Japan, potentially when he returns here with more gold. What an absolutely exhilarating opening contest. Brian Cage, you can see there. I don't know what is going on here, maybe coming for seconds.
No. Cage is asking Bailey to come back into the ring, but Bailey wants none of it.
You see, right, and you gotta have eyes in the back of your head here. Speedball not exactly trusting his opponent here. The man has just been dropped on his head.
More than once.
You can see a show of respect from the audience here tonight in Adelaide. Brian Cage steadying the olive branch.
And a mutual show of respect for a fantastic bout to open here at Full Throttle in Adelaide, South Australia.
You're following along on the Full Throttle tour. Both these men, Brian Cage, Speedball Mike Bailey, will be back. This is not the last you've seen of them. What an tremendous showing from Brian Cage here. And of course, we have so much more to come here tonight. Both the World Tag Team titles as well as the World Heavyweight title will be on the line here. Remember, we have that main event tonight. Frankie Kazarian, Eric Young, Matt Cardona, all vying for the newly crowned title held by Shawn Spears.
I cannot wait for that, Shawn, but I also cannot wait for the tag team gold to be put on the line as Adelaide's own, the Pareja, newly crowned World Series Wrestling Tag Team Champions, defending it against ABC for the very first time here tonight.
You know, the only way that you can keep up to date. You got to watch these shows. We've been to Melbourne. We will be in Perth. We will be in Sydney. What more can happen tonight in Adelaide?
Oh, Adelaide, what a way to kick things off, am I right? Our next match here this evening for World Series Wrestling Full Throttle is a tag team match scheduled for 1 fall. I love how you guys do that. Introducing first, from Adelaide, South Australia.
Now, of course, the biggest story coming out of the last couple of nights, the former, we can now say, World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Steph unfortunately had to vacate her title due to injury, and now the landscape has been opened up and it was filled by Cassie Lee. Cassie Lee, the brand new World Series Wrestling Women's title, and now, look who we have in front of us, Delta. Now imagine, you have to imagine, Delta looks at this scene and goes, what about me next?
Delta looks at this scene and sees an opportunity and was the first to put her hand up. Delta, of course, resident of Adelaide, South Australia, has been taking the world by storm. Had her first match in around 2020, Shawn, and she has absolutely burnt up the charts in every single wrestling federation she's been a part of.
You see here in tag team action, Delta going to be up with one of the members of the Rebellion, Lena Cross.
Representing the Rebellion, she's number 1, Lena Cross.
And you can see the chair that was presented to Lena Cross not too long ago in Melbourne. Here's a little fact for you. Lena Cross was trained by Mana the Polynesian. Who was Mana trained by? Afa of the Wild Samoans. Lena Cross has been trained in brutality, in absolute shocking brutality, and you can see the height, you can see the strength advantage over the top rope.
I was going to point that out, Shawn. Like, your eyes do not deceive you. Lena is 6 feet tall. That's 182 centimeters for those of us who use the metric system. She's a literal giant.
And their opponents.
Just look at the imposing team that is Delta and Cross there.
Delta playing the power game, Cross playing the height and reach advantage as they take on another set of Australians now residing in the USA.
Presenting QTV, she's money on the mic,
Harley Cameron, recently seen in AEW as a member of QTV. Harley Cameron, as you've said, been over in America, gaining that experience, gaining the necessary tools to come back here to Australia and have a fantastic showing here so far in Full Throttle. She'll be teaming with the brand new champion here tonight.
And Shawn, we were talking before, there appears to be 4 different states of Australia represented in the ring tonight. We have Delta, of course, from South Australia, Lena from Western Australia, Harley, who I believe resides from Queensland.
From the Gold Coast itself.
And our latest, well, not latest, I guess latest, that's right, yeah. I know what I'm talking about. The next tag team partner for Harley is the current World Series Wrestling Women's Champion.
And her partner.
From New South Wales.
She's one half of the Inspiration.
You want to talk about the experience factor of Cassie Lee, former Impact Tag Champion, former WWE Tag Team Champion, 13 years of experience here in the game. This is the first time that Cassie Lee has been wrestling in over a year, and she has come back and snatched up the gold. That is what experience will do for you. It's like riding a bike. You never exactly forget. You come back on, no need for the training wheels. There's no tutorial level. Come back, become champion, move on. That is what it's all about there. The title may not be on the line, but all eyes are on the gold there. All eyes are firmly on Cassie, wondering who will be the next to have an opportunity to take that title away.
You can see the team of Lena and Delta are focused. They are hungry. We saw off camera, for those of you watching on Fight TV, Delta was doing push-ups in the ring as Cassie made her entrance. Whereas you see Cassie and Hayley just sort of having a good time. They're confident. They feel like they can make this connection with this crowd. They can get them on side and they can have fun in the ring, which, you know, that's something you got to bring as well. But having that desire, having that focus that Lena and Delta clearly have, look at them, staring a hole through the girls.
And if you're Cassie Lee, how do you not ride that high? How do you not have that exhilaration and use that moving forward? That has got to be one of your strengths going forward. You have to hold on to that. And now this match hasn't even begun. We have all 4 women in the ring here. Delta trying the intimidation tactic.
I think it's just annoying.
That's it. They're just demanding that at least one of them start off in the ring here. You have to wonder. Looks like Delta starting off for her corner and Harley Cameron in the other. We have Delta and Harley to start this contest off. The bell may ring. Harley Cameron, probably the most inexperienced or newest person in this ring, but important to note, Harley Cameron was trained by Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears, the current WSW World Champion, trained Harley Cameron. Went to the flat back school where Shawn Spears trains the next generation of superstars.
Hayley Cameron trying now. Mixed reaction here. Let's not forget that Delta is indeed the hometown hero. And Adelaideans are but one thing, and that is fiercely loyal.
If you have not had a chance to see Delta in action, you are going to see power personified. You are going to see brute strength, unbridled fury. I will not be surprised right here you see throwing Harley around, ragdolling her, essentially. Harley's going to have to go back to the drawing board. You simply cannot go strength for strength with someone like Delta.
Gonna try.
A bit of that wrestling action in here. Engaging in a headlock, simply just trying to slow down, take control of Delta.
I thought she had it then, no, but Harley regains control. Still in control.
Harley maintaining the headlock there. Headlock takedown. Forcing Delta down to the mat here and really starting to take the early lead.
Well, just showing she's not going to be intimidated by no matter how big and how strong Delta is. Harley is going to take it lying down.
Shockingly, Harley staying on her feet there. Delta urging Harley to hit the ropes again. Like running into a brick wall, essentially.
And worryingly, you can see Harley grabbing her left shoulder there. Possibly that she's done some damage doing those charges against someone like Delta. Not something you want to be this early in the match, have it carrying an injury.
It's also the kind of weakness that you don't want to be showing your opponent here. You have to imagine, Ben, if you can see it, Delta can see it.
Well, yeah, we're a good couple of yards away there. Pin already, but empathetic kick out. And Delta can't believe it somehow.
You have to wonder, some of these early pinfalls, are they just to enforce a bit of dominance over your opponent? You're forcing them to exert that energy. And now, looking for a quick fold over pin there. Harley then with a cradle, rolling through.
Every kick out requires energy, as you just said, Shawn. This early on, if you manage to get all the gas out of your opponent's tank, you've got a better chance of them staying down for the full 3.
That's it, sunset flip to no avail here. Up, down, both women are now, you're seeing, dragging over to the corner here, Lena Cross. 6-foot giant making her way into the ring.
Oh, she wants Cassie, she wants the champ.
Calling for it. Cass says, you want me, you got me.
Both these wrestlers are fresh.
Here we go. Brand new champion in the ring again. From this tour, the first time Cassie Lee has wrestled in almost a year and a half. Now just trash talking each other, starting this early here.
Lena's letting her know that she's coming straight for that belt, and this is just a warm-up.
And again, you're going to see, Ben, this is going to be the story. It's strength versus speed here.
Yes, it is. Look at that. Perfect example.
Over, looking for a crucifix pin potentially, but no, Lena's holding on here, refusing to go down. Looking over for an arm drag. Good counter.
I think it's the experience of Cass coming into play there. Gets a roll-up pin, but only a 1 count.
See Cassie calling an audible here. Notice that the crucifix pin wasn't going to work and flipped around for an arm drag. It's that 13 years of experience. Cassie has been around the world, has worked in Australia, worked in America, worked around the globe. Tag team competitor, accomplished as we've established. Now isolating the arm there, trying to take out that vicious lariat that Lena Cross has employed. Discombobulating her opponent, jumping around, forcing her to run again and again. Up and over, sidewalk slam turned. Again has her caught. Lena Cross just caught in midair, straight down for that slam.
Now, we don't often talk about the psychological side of wrestling, and that's what Lena's just showing here in an absolute clinic. Getting into her opponent's mind by calling Cassie out, making her get angry. You get angry, you lose focus. Walking around, exuding strength, manipulating everyone. That is how you get into your opponent's head, and you cause them to be, as you said, discombobulated. And that is how you win a match. You take them off their game plan.
And that's it, you get someone angry, that's when they make mistakes. In these sorts of affairs, especially with tag team partners that you may not be used to teaming with, because here's the other thing, is you're still trying to work out what your strategy is with your tag team partner. Both these teams aren't exactly well versed with one another, so anything you can do to throw off your opponent, to get them angry, to make mistakes, is always going to work in your favor.
Oh, here we go.
Here you go, here's that psychology employed. Lena Cross goading Cassie. And again, with that vicious clothesline, taking Harley out. Lena Cross soaking in the boos of the crowd here, feeding off of it, taking her time.
And she does not want Cassie in now. Tagging in Delta to just try and wear down Harley. Harley being the one with the least amount of experience in the ring, you'd think that their game plan would be to just wear her down. Hopefully a little bit of inexperience will allow them to capture a window in which they can get that 1, 2, 3.
See here, Delta now has her up, and a bit of miscommunication here. Smacking heads, which gives Cassie the opportunity to fly back into the ring. Big boot to Lena Cross, clearing house. Oh! Bit exuberant there. Ducking under the elbow strike.
Oh,
now
straight to the chin.
Elbow smash of her own. Flying clothesline, building up momentum. Cassie Lee, World Series Women's Champion. Did you see that kick straight to the face?
She's got the momentum. She's wearing down. She's chopping down the giant.
Cassie Lee finding some inspiration here in the ring. Oh! Straight to the back of the head, that clubbing blow. Momentarily, Cassie took her eyes away from her opponent, and again, there you go. That's the sort of mistake you cannot afford to make. You are up against opponents like Delta, like Lena Cross, who will and absolutely will capitalize on any and all errors. Vicious thrusts into the midsection. Again, playing the isolation game. Lena and Delta have been really effective in being able to take away one of their opponents at a time.
I was literally just about to say I'm really impressed with this tag team that's thrown together for this show. They're working really, really well.
You have to wonder how long does that sort of teamwork, camaraderie last, because you have to remember this is still all in service of the World Series Wrestling Women's Championship. Both Lena Cross and Delta have to imagine they want to be next in line.
Delta now just focusing on that arm, hyperextending it, now back onto a chokehold. Just wearing Cassie down, draining her of her energy. You don't have any energy, you don't have enough muscle to kick out of a 3 count. Don't kick out of a 3 count, well, you know what happens then. We go to the next match.
You talk about stamina, you talk about the energy that you have to have, remembering that the reason that Cassie Lee is even the champion in the first place is she went through the gauntlet. The gauntlet match for the vacant title. So we know that they are no slouch in terms of their cardio, their experience in keeping herself up and going through adversity.
What's going on around here? Lena just running around and grabbing Harley, thrusting her head into the side of the apron.
Just on the top right-hand corner of the screen there, you see Harley was up and then she was down. Wonder who did that. But of course, a very effective strategy.
If the ref didn't see it, it didn't happen.
Now you see, most importantly, even if she's not isolated in the corner, Cassie Lee no longer has an opponent to tag out. Harley slowly and surely making her way back to the corner now, but in what shape?
Against that whole divide and conquer tactic that the two wrestlers have in the middle here, that wearing down Cass, and then, if you can, wear down her tag team partner on the outside, then go back and wear down Cass some more. And then, you know, Harley may not be as fresh coming back in because she's had a bump or two to worry about. But Cass certainly isn't in any type of shape to continue on. So what have you got? You got two opponents who are just worn out. Whereas by the constant tagging in and out of Delta and of Lena, it keeps them fresh. Yeah, they're worn down a bit, but they're certainly fresher than having his face smashed against the screen.
Yeah, Lena and Delta acting like a team that have been tagging together for years. Just really, really clean, crisp tag team strategy being employed since the bell rung here. And now this is the first time Cassie trying to look for that tag, but cut to the quick here. And again, jumping through though, sunset flip out. Leaning across, trying to prevent it, and now the tag has been made. Harley in the ring. Delta goes to the big boot, fails. Again, Harley trying to knock down Delta, having to take on two at the same time. Vicious flurries in survival mode at this point.
Shawn, what's going on here? How are the two still available in the ring?
Oh my goodness, did you see that? Just like a haymaker of a backhand straight to Delta's face here. Building up some energy, building up some momentum, straight through, running through Delta. Cassie Lee is nowhere to be found, and Harley Cameron with that spinning neck slate, the fluid, nicely done.
Oh, strength.
Spiking Delta onto the top of the head. Two legal competitors, no. Looks like Lena just got there at the very last second. That may have been over.
Oh, Cassie trying to turf Lena out to even things up, but...
Good God! Like a scorpion kick from the out of the ring to inside the ring, and now Cassie quickly making it up to her side for the legal tag. Now finally, Cassie and Harley getting an opportunity to have a bit of tag team arsenal of their own, but Delta saying absolutely not. Goes for the double clothesline. Double super kick to the face. This could be over, Ben.
Kick up by Delta. I don't know how, but she got a kick out. You saw Harley run to her corner in preparation for a tag, should it be need. Whereas Lena is still sort of groggy on the outside there.
You look at the exasperation on the face of the champion. Cassie Lee surely thought that the end was nigh. Looking for that suplex. Getting some momentum!
That's it, that's over, that's a spear!
Taking the champion in! Oh my God! Harley,
I think as she was coming in,
second.
she was coming to break it up and may have kicked a swift shot to the face from Cassie. She was kicking out.
That's it, you talk about that kind of well-oiled machine, a bit of miscommunication there between Cassie and Harley. I think you're right. Harley took a boot to the face. Now if the champion may pay the price here, up! Oh my God.
Struggling, she's countered it. Cassie smashing, hey.
Fighting away. Looking for the spinning corkscrew suplex. Executes to perfection in the middle of the ring. Champion pins Delta. It is over.
Here are your winners, the team of Harley Cameron and the World Series Wrestling Women's Champion, Cassie Lee.
Why she is the champion?
You would think that maybe if you were a career-focused individual, not your own chance for going. Yes, Red, gave you a hand.
But there's plenty more to come. Back to Hazard.
Full throttle still rolling, folks. Our next match is a singles match scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first.
A team that is very, very familiar to the Australian team in the building tonight.
The well-known adage here in the Australian wrestling scene is there's one thing that is for certain: death, taxes, and the fact that the mighty do not kneel.
They do not kneel, but they do torture, murder.
Representing TMDK, accompanied to the ring by the sniper of the skies, Robbie Eagles. Please welcome Cassie Lee.
Vegeta, the young lion of G-Pop Pro Wrestling.
Sorry, Shawn, I just love this nickname. Goes to Blade to get it out. It's known as the Itchy Pop Sweet Boy. And accompanying to his ring, fellow TMDK member Robbie Eagles. In action later tonight against Matt Hayter.
Now, one thing to know about Vegeta, known as the young lion in New Japan.
Whoa, stop you there. No, you saw the release.
And his opponent.
It's exactly what I was going to say. The man said it himself. I am no longer a young lion. I am all in.
From Los Angeles, California. He's a former TNA X Division champion. A former WWE Cruiserweight champion. A former New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Tag Team champion. He's the current reigning and defending World Series Wrestling Australian champion. Representing the United Empire, Public Enemy, TJP!
And so we have to, there's no small task at hand here. It's a tremendous opportunity for Vegeta going up against TJP. It was the last time that WSW was here in Adelaide that we found the very first Australian champion. This man defeated multiple competitors and made himself the very first champion.
TJP isn't just going up against Jose Vegeta here tonight. He's going up against TMDK. TMDK are represented here with Robbie Eagles on the sideline, but who's TJP a part of? The United Empire.
United Empire itself.
We have no one from the United Empire here tonight. Is that going to be a disadvantage for TJP?
TJP is actually his third defense on the tour. We've had 2 nights in Melbourne so far. Mike Bailey and Brian Tate is on a world-class series of his own here. Taking 3-3. You have to wonder, has he had the opportunity to scout all his opponents here? You see right there by his feet what's on the line here. World Series Wrestling Australian title. There is no love lost between these two. We might even get into a fisticuffs before this match even starts.
A fisticuffs?
Fisticuffs, you heard me, sir.
You're going to grow quick.
Sir, you heard me.
I can see your moustache twirling at the end as we speak.
You cannot tell me that a moustache twirling fisticuffs would not be a sight to see here in WSW. I, for one, want these rules in place.
I'll put in the request form for you. But we're about to kick off tonight for the Australian National Championship.
These two competitors, they have never faced each other one-on-one. They have known each other a few times in tag team action only a few months ago, but this is the first time you'll see TJP and Vegeta one-on-one. And it is for the WSW Australian Championship.
I think the crowd's picked a favourite.
Kasai Vegeta, fully endorsed and backed by Zack Sabre Jr., one of the greatest technical wrestlers working today.
And let's not forget, Vegeta is only 21 years old.
That's incredible to me. See here, looking to gain an early hold here.
Now, I don't know about you, Shawn, but at 21 years old, I did not look like that. At 42 years old, I definitely do not look like that.
To put this in perspective for you, TJP has been wrestling longer than Vegeta has been alive. 24 years is how long TJP is.
That is insane. Holy smokes. And the fact that Kasei Vegeta has come this far in such a short time and found himself in the ring with someone of the talent of TJP, it's just a testament to both these men, I think.
Looking for that octopus hold straight away that has put away many an opponent. Backing away into the corner, forcing the rope break here. Looking for TJP to adhere to the rules, and now just that slight show of cheeky disrespect here, a bit of push and pull here by these competitors. The feeling out process, if you will.
Again, it's back to the mind games. One thing that's already been on display tonight is those mind games, getting into your opponent's head. TJP is just letting this young lion know who the senior is.
And this is the thing to keep in mind here. You cannot sell Kasai Vegeta short. Again, as we've mentioned, he has been endorsed by Zack Sabre Jr. That is not something that comes around all the time. It is not just given out freely. The danger that this man represents, the potential that Vegeta represents, we absolutely could see a brand new champion here. Look, you see tat for tat here. The pace, the quickness, really, it's too quick to call. Double drop kick straight to the feet here.
I love the fact that these men have obviously watched each other's videos and they know they're both like being high flyers. So what do you do to a high flyer? You keep them grounded. You go for the knees, you go for the ankles, you try and make sure that they cannot fly. And they both have the same game plan, and the crowd here in Adelaide is loving it.
The only thing you have to remember is that there is a potential equalizer on the outside. You cannot forget Robbie Eagles, who will be in action later tonight, is on the outside. A member of the Mighty Don't Kneel that could come into play here.
I'm sure he'll be fine. He's just out there for moral support. Trust me.
Exactly right. Now, up and over, brought him to the quick here, but still the pace has not stopped. Jumping through with a Hurricanrana, executed flawlessly.
TJP quickly going to the outside to regain his composure.
Oh.
And hammers back with a powerful clothesline.
Almost taking his head off here. TJP on an absolute roll here.
When comes that experience, as you said before, he's been wrestling longer than Kasei Vegeta has been alive. That is mind-boggling. But imagine the amount of experience TJP has mounted in that cranium of his.
As the winner of the Cruiserweight Classic, he is no stranger to being an inaugural champion as well. Took the Cruiserweight Championship over in the States for the first time, held it for many months. It is going to be hard to topple the king.
Beautiful European uppercut there.
TJP welcomes the challenge, welcomes all comers, wants... Well, he wants a battle. He wants a war. Octopus stretch on the outside, of course. Can only hold that to the 5, lest he wants to be disqualified.
That's all he needs, though, to create some kind of damage. Those, we call them ropes. They're not ropes, are they, Shawn? They are steel cables there.
That's it. There's no give on the ropes. There's no part of the ring that is safe, that is going to be helpful to you. Anything and everything's a weapon. TJP recognizing the crowd. Bit of a favorite here tonight. A favorite here in World Series Wrestling. Well executed hip toss, and now straight on with the head scissors. Looking with that ground and pound, trying to sap the strength. And again, just saying, fine, you want to take it. You want to take up a technical wrestling match? Let's do it.
What I love about this whole, Shawn, is that your opponent is desperately trying to get out of it. But you can relax. Your legs are the strongest part of your body. And if you get that synced in, it's a lot more of an effort for someone to get out of that than it is for you. So you're taking a breather, you're not exerting yourself while your opponent is fighting off consciousness.
And you can see Vegeta here, while he has to exert a lot of energy and strength here, he's still managing to find a pinfall from his position, now forcing TJP to have to kick out as well. Now looking potentially for a surfboard here. Jumping through, has TJP cornered. Up and TJP trying to fight it. No avail. Surfboard employed. Where does TJP go from here? Now, the extra torque on the back here as he grasped, you can see almost around the mouth of the champion.
Pulling that head back, the head, the heaviest part of the body, just making sure that center of gravity. But no, TJP's biting. He's able to find out about it, bending those thumbs back.
Getting that experience coming into the equation here. Now potentially looking for a submission maneuver of his own.
Oh!
It was like a reverse Boston Crab, but now he's caught the arms. Good Lord.
Both these men have complete mastery of how the body bends and torques and what it can do and what it can't. And looking at this, that's something your body should not be doing.
TJP, straight over and now looking again, just going from submission to submission. Oh my God! His arm may be dislocated. It might be out of his socket here now. I think the referee has to think long and hard about how much Vegeta can actually take in this contest. When is enough? Because if the man's arm has been dislocated, it's out.
I mean, he's still young. Like, there has to be a point where you have to think of your career. You don't want an injury like that and keep on wrestling and have potentially a career-threatening injury at the age of 21. If I was Vegeta, I'd be thinking very, very carefully about whether I want to continue this match.
And it is that kind of stubbornness, that brashness, that will to succeed that makes Vegeta such an adversarial component, a very dangerous opponent with all the potential in the world. But again, as you say, you have to know when to call it quits. And although that being said, it does not look like it's slowing him down any some. Huge, high impact drop kick there, reaching the height of his opponent, smashing him straight in the face.
Crowd here in Adelaide starting to clap, getting both competitors back up on their feet.
Here, Robbie on the outside, willing on his stablemate, willing on the member. Remember, the mighty don't kneel here. TJP saying no and gets a chop for his troubles. Lord, it is that sheer strength, those knife-edged chops. Oh my God, you can see the stomach and the back of TJP is just lit up. It's a nice shade of red. Again! With the fluid Hurricane, we may see it now. Pulling it. Again, taking to the ropes. Plunger! Up and over the top, connecting succinctly and emphatically.
Robbie telling his young protege to get him back in the ring. You can't win that title if you are not in the ring with your opponent's shoulders on the mat.
And that's it. There's no point showboating. This is your opportunity to stay on the attack.
Kosei getting up, nope, getting out. What's he got planned here?
Getting up, getting out, coming over. And straight for the front missile drop kick there. Well placed, well scouted. Oh my goodness, almost a new champion crowned here. TJP has had an absolutely hellacious weekend, back-to-back defenses. This is his third defense in so many nights. The man has to be tired, he has to be beaten and exhausted.
He has to be hurt. 3 matches against world-class athletes of that caliber defending a title that means so much to you. You're going to put everything into it each and every match. And this is his third?
Third match.
The man must be an absolute mess of bruises. Probably why he has all those tattoos.
There's also something to keep in mind here. We talk about the experience factor of TJP, but you have to remember, Vegeta is younger. You have to wonder, the longer this match goes, does the energy factor actually favor the young, favor the brave? At what point does age give out, and does it give out?
As a 42-year-old man, I can tell you that the number is 39.
Yes.
At 39, all life leaves your body.
That well-placed double stomp that has now given TJP a breather. The champion taking a moment to rally on his own quarter. Both men sizing each other up. Looking now for that spinning DDT here, tornado DDT. You have to wonder at what point, is he looking for that Mamba splash? Is he looking to take to the skies and finish this up?
He's feeling it.
Coming up and through. Octopus hold.
Octopus again, this could be it. This
Now,
could be it.
In the middle of the ring with nowhere to go. You can see through sheer panic, reaching out for the ropes, but he is nowhere near the edge here. Robbie Eagles on the side, frantically calling for his
pin.
Oh my. Did you see the pure exhaustion on Fujita's face? Barely having enough strength to get that kick out.
He must be double jointed to be able to kick out of that. He must be.
You can see him holding his arm once again. We talked about that earlier. Potentially, it is more damage than we initially thought.
Again, the experience of TJP. He saw an injury and he targeted it, and he wears it down because it creates a weak spot. Real hard to kick out of a pin if you can't lift your arm or your shoulder.
That's it. At one point, it does become a war of attrition here. How long are you actually able to keep going? Now, willing on the crowd here, looking to gain that energy. Champion. Oh, just those slicing blows against the face here. Running through! Oh! Carving out a slice of Fujita's face here. Smushed into the corner. Again, no amount of training prepares you for a kick to the head. Catches it. Oh! Slicing power slam of his own here.
He has to be running on pure adrenaline there. Surely.
Fujita, welcome to Australia.
Robbie Eagles looking quite concerned for his young cohort.
You have to imagine who else would be watching this here tonight from across the globe. Zack Sabre Jr., you have to imagine, is watching his young protege, egging him on, seeing if he indeed is going to bring the gold back to TMDK. Up and over the Mamba splash, but following through. Oh my God! 2 3/4, just like that. That's all it takes.
Kosei's on a roll.
Kosei knows he has a bit of momentum. He has an opportunity here to follow through the spinning heel kick there from TJP. Cutting his opponent down to size. Oh my goodness! Bridging German suplex.
That was almost a stalling bridging German suplex. My goodness, how long did he have him up there?
The deceptive strength that Kosei Fujita holds there and employs. The man has such a massive arsenal in his employ.
Oh, he's got him synced up.
Look for the backslide here. Again, 2 count, but only just. Super kick to the face. Comes to the rope here. Spinning wheel kick. Planted firmly.
But Fujita's up. He's ready for it. He can taste the gold.
Going through. Oh no, the octopus hold once again.
That arm's weak. This is the 4th time he's had the octopus put on him. Can Fujita battle out, or is this it? And the bell's been rung.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, and still World Series Wrestling Australian Champion.
You need to look at what comes next. There is no shame in tapping out to that octopus hold. Fujita tried his best, and on this night only, it simply wasn't enough.
Robbie Eagles there checking on the young Fujita after a brilliant match here in Adelaide, South Australia for World Series Wrestling. My goodness, Shawn, we're only 3 matches in and I can't determine which one was the best of the evening so far. It's absolutely insane the amount of talent on display here tonight.
Talk about 3. That is now 3 defenses on the Full Throttle Tour for TJP. Chris Bay down. Mike Bailey and Brian Cage down. Kosei Fujita down. Who is next? More to the point, who can topple the champion? Can't see, but on the outside here now, there you are, Robbie Eagles consoling a dejected and I'm sure a disappointed Kosei Fujita.
Looks like we're going to hear from TJP now.
Oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but I am fucking tired. I can say that, right? Are we gonna get kicked off a fight? I got a chance to meet a lot of you at that table, not just tonight, but the last time I was here. And I said to a lot of you that Adelaide is a personal favorite place of mine. And it's not just because this is, a beautiful hotel and a beautiful venue and the stadium in the background, but every single one of you are amazing. But there's one person, though, that's also amazing that's here tonight, and he happened to share the ring with me, and that is Fujita. And for those that don't know, unlike me, I'm an old man now in this. I may not look it, but I'm an old man. Fujita here, he's on his way to becoming one of the best wrestlers in the world. And he's been spending time working on his craft. He could have picked anywhere in the world to go. Mexico, England, anywhere. The United States, but he chose right here in Australia. So Fujita, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. And anytime you want one more crack at this, you can have it. Here, in Japan, anywhere, but certainly I will be back in this ring.
There you have it. Laying down the gauntlet again, as it were. Open invitation.
Let's hear it for the World Series Wrestling Australian Champion, TJP!
Whenever he wants it, Vegeta can pick up that gauntlet again and vie for that title once more, earning the respect of the current champion, TJP.
You have to think now that all of TMDK will be going back and studying the tapes, so can you call it tapes anymore? Studying the digital media that is provided by this match. Seeing where Vegeta fell short and where he can improve, so next time when they meet, he can take that title away from the Australian champion, TJP.
That's exactly, and remembering we've still got 3 more shows on the tour to go. Who's to say that by the end of his tour, TJP is even still the champion? So many more people at the back would want to get a crack at that title. But now, Vegeta maybe goes to the back of the line. Who's waiting in the wings? Maybe it is Brian Cage again.
I mean, personally, I think it should be Matt Cardona. But that's just me.
And he got himself, if he does not win back the world title tonight, he may have another bit of gold in his sights for sure.
Even if he does win it back, give him all the titles. He deserves it.
Of course, we are back to Luke Hazard now for the next match on the card.
Adelaide, I don't know how we can top that. Well, we just might. It is now time for the World Series Wrestling Tag Team Championship match.
Shawn, I think we might lose the roof shortly. Somewhat of an offshoot of the Bullet Club.
Representing the Bullet Club.
The inevitable Ace Austin. Anna Fernandez, Chris Bay. the ABC.
And ABC winning the opportunity to vie to be the next #1 contenders for these WSW World Tag Team Championships. Ace Austin, Chris Bay, two phenomenal athletes in their own rights. And as impressive as the Pereira have been this past year, they have been impressive. This is going to be no small feat for them to overcome here tonight. ABC is no joke. They are dangerous, and you can see they are ready. Ace Austin and Chris Bay, both former X Division champions. They are both former Impact Tag Team champions. They are no stranger to gold. They are no stranger to accolades. You have to imagine they firmly believe, they've already envisioned it in their heads, they are the next World Series Wrestling Tag Team champions.
Well, you have to. You don't come into this competition thinking that you're the ex-1 contenders. You're coming in going, yeah, those belts are mine. I don't care who the champs are. Those belts are coming home with me. Not me. I'm clearly not anywhere near their physical prowess or skill or talent or charisma. All right, let's get on and see who their opponents are.
And their opponents.
Ready for this? You ready for this, Shawn? Here we go!
You want to talk about opponents assured of their ability. Talk about opponents that have accolades out the wazoo. These are multi-time tag team champions that have held gold all over this entire country. They hold them right now.
Every single wrestling federation they go to, no matter where it is in Australia, they win the titles.
It was just the other night here that we crowned these new champions. The Pereira took down Warbeard, Eric Rowan, and Matt Basso to claim these titles that are around their waist tonight.
All right, here we go, Shawn. Listen to that crowd!
Eli Theseus on your right, Gabriel Eros on the left here. These two men, just a year ago, had an absolute classic, a barn burner against Brian Cage and Flip Gordon. They came up short on that night. Hell, on the Unleash Hell tour, they came short against Warbeard once, but they have come back time and time again. They are undeniable, and look at the fruits of their labor.
And what happened on each of those times, Shawn? Each of those times, their opponents recognized their ability. Their opponents held their hand in the ring and said, these are the boys who are going to take wrestling into its glorious future. And now, with those World Series Wrestling Tag Team titles firmly around their waist, the future is here.
We talked about that number early on in the show, 1,362. You have to wonder now, we are what? 1-2 days into what is potentially a monumental reign if these two competitors, these two men can get past Bullet Club, can get past Ace Austin and Chris Bay. This is an international match that is taking place in the city of Adelaide. Again, we are live here at Adelaide Oval. You are watching on Fight TV. We are not even halfway through tonight. This is the second of 3 title matches up for grabs here tonight. Remembering, once again, in our main event, we do have the world title on the line. Matt Cardona, Shawn Spears, newly crowned champion, Frankie Kazarian, and Eric Young. But of course, that's later tonight. Now we have those tag team titles that are potentially going to change hands or potentially stay firmly in the hands of the Pereira.
Whole world, we run pro wrestling. Every company in the world.
Can you say hometown heroes? The Pereira
they got championships.
have the crowd firmly in the palm of their hands.
We want championships. We will take those
Unfortunately,
championships.
the titles now having to be released from the hands of the Pereira. They need to give those titles up before this match takes place.
I'll tell you what, ABC must be having a hard coming in where the hometown heroes are so overwhelmingly loved, even though I'll admit sometimes their tactics can be a little bit suspicious, but to come in and have the whole crowd automatically against you because you're not from their town.
See, we got a lot of Bullet Club enthusiasts here in the house as well. And there you see in the ring what it's all about. World Series Wrestling, tag team titles on the line tonight, one way or another. Whatever tactic you wish to employ, we will have a decisive victor. I wonder who is going to be starting off in the ring now to begin with. At this point, we don't know. It looks like
a little bit of showboating, not winning over the crowd here. That's what I was talking about before. That was impressive. That was impressive. I was impressed. Adelaide not having it. Fiercely loyal, this crowd.
And you see early on, the mind games are starting to come out. Both men trying to get that early advantage, get into the heads of their opponent. Ben, if you are the challengers here, if you're Ace Austin and Chris Bay, what exactly do you feel you have to do to come out victorious and claim the gold for yourself here tonight?
I would say, in all my years of broadcasting experience, I would say the thing they'd have to do to win those titles is to wrestle.
Well done.
And wrestle really well. Better than their opponents, so they beat them. That would be my professional understanding.
Now it looks like to start off, we're going to have Chris Bay taking on Eli Theseus to begin this contest here. Eli Theseus, I've known for a number of years now. The man has always had his sights set on professional wrestling, on gold, on success. He is known from the very beginning, not only is this what he wants to do, this is what he will do. He has manifested success in this industry. It looks like already there's been a tag out. Instead, it looks like we have Gabriel Eros.
Look at Gabriel Eros, by the way. He is an absolute tank, isn't he?
Chiseled God himself, Gabriel Eros here, sizing up his opponent.
And doing it with a smile. Look at that grin. Look at that cheeky grin. That arrogant, confident.
You can see very, very calmly and very clearly just showing his back to his opponent here. And he says it right there, I'm in your mind, I'm in your head.
They're on the top of the world here, aren't they? Just on the top of the world, enjoying themselves. Are we going to have a dance-off?
I really hope not. When I was talking about tactics you can employ to win the contest, dance battle was not on the agenda for myself.
Well, have you ever tried it, Shawn?
No.
Don't bash it until you've tried it.
Gabriel Eros, you can see grabbing the hair there. Talk about those shady tactics, when we call it, as it were, in full display.
Oh. So here's another South Australian saying for you. Gabriel is full of piss and vinegar.
Right.
We've got a lot of them over here.
Piss and vinegar, fisticuffs, you name it. Now Chris Bay, Impact sensation, had an absolute show-stealing affair with TJP earlier on this tour. He went for singles gold. Now he's looking for tag team gold here. And up and over. It cannot be understated how quick, how effective this team is in Chris Bay and Ace Austin.
Well, you don't become associated with the Bullet Club if you're a slouch, that's for sure.
That's it, two of the newest members of Bullet Club here, long-standing tradition, gaining effective competitors into their employ and basically having a global takeover. There is no country in the world that is safe from a Bullet Club invasion.
Gabriel complaining that his hair was pulled after maybe employing that tactic a little earlier, but I don't know, I wasn't paying attention.
Arm drag takeover. Pinning Eli to the ground, perhaps a little bit overzealous in the opening strike there.
Chris Bay getting Ace Austin in for his turn. And Gabriel, Gabriel, got Gabriel on the mind. Eli wants none of that.
Eli has Gabriel on the mind here, potentially looking to tag out or at least come to the safety of his corner there. Now potentially already getting a little bit frustrated. I don't know if you can see on the outside there, Chris Bay has those tag team titles in his hands already.
Not the only ones who can play the mind games, are you, Pereira?
I think it's Ace Austin up and over. The quickness of Ace Austin on full display. Gabriel coming in and getting his own little taste as well there. Ace Austin forcing both members of the Pereira to the outside, scurrying to take a breather here. Now taking a moment to maybe re-strategize.
Who, the Pereira or ICB? ABC?
Well, you can see the Pereira on the outside there having a little bit of a quick talk with themselves here. Ace Austin calls himself the inevitable. So assured of his ability, so assured, but it now doesn't exactly have eyes in the back of his head, but still, and you can see it's a double swap there. He saw Gabriel coming, he did not see Eli coming.
And that is textbook Pereira, look at that. Beating down the legal man, getting the ref involved. The Pereira have ABC scouted, and look how pleased they are.
Listen to the crowd here. Pereira have gone on 20, 30-minute tag team bouts with the likes of Warbeard, with the likes of Brian Cage and Flip Gordon. There is no doubting the impressiveness of this tag team. They have proven that whether it is local or international, they can hang with the best of them. You can see here now, very simple tag team tactics employed. We've seen it time and time again. Isolation is key. Beautiful backdrop employed by Eli Theseus, not enough to get the 3 count there.
Making a statement more than going for a victory, I feel.
Now Eli's going to drag him over to his corner. Gabriel Eros coming in. Well-placed kidney shots there. Dragging the wind, taking the wind out of his sails, as it were. Ace Austin, and you have to imagine, once again, that takes away that high-flying ability, that cardio-based arsenal that Ace Austin is known for.
I mean, the Pereira play the brutes, they play the bullies, but man, they scout their opponents. Man, they do their research. Every single thing that ABC has tried to throw at them, Pereira's had a counter.
This is exactly it. If the Pereira can help it, they don't want to employ more energy than they need to. If they can find a weakness to employ, if they can cut you down to size and put things down to their own level, they will do it. They are students of the game, whether you like them or not. Oh, very nonchalant clothesline there. Taking Gabriel off his feet, launching himself over, nobody home. Oh, well-placed strike there to the jaw of Gabriel. Eli jumping from the outside. Oh! He's going to pay for it there.
Did you see Chris Bay's neck snap off that top turnbuckle? My goodness. And again, we talked about before, that's not rope. That's still cable. That stuff doesn't have a lot of give.
And you see, it's nothing flashy. It is effective.
Bro, it's too easy for us.
Too easy, bro, says Gabriel.
Gabriel now tagging back in. Theseus, tag team specialist. They have brought the tag team art form down to a science.
I'd say they bring it down to an art.
2 count. Now, well, here's the dance-off you wanted, Ben. Maybe not tonight.
Not tonight. He's on the clock.
You can see as the match progresses, the arrogance starts to overwhelm here, but it is firmly in the wheelhouse of where Eli and Gabriel want to be. You can see once we get to this point of the match, you know that they are in full control. Oh! Well-placed strike to the temple here. Bay might be out. Simple as that.
Yeah, this is why they are the tag team champions. This is why they are so decorated competitors, because they know each other so well. They don't even need to have a game plan. The game plan can switch, and then each one knows what the other's doing at all times. It's absolutely magnificent to watch.
What is so impressive about what's happening right now is you can see that the high-flying arsenal of Chris Bay is effectively being cut off. Known for the springboard cutters, those springboard planches, everywhere you see him taking to the skies. Not today. Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, is basically being forced to have a striking game just to survive here, looking to coming within an inch of his tag team partner. Ace Austin not able to get the count out and dragged back to his corner. So close yet so far for Chris Bay.
Gabriel stomping down as he's distracting the ref.
Look at
Eli
this!
choking.
Again, just the referee doesn't have the opportunity to see it, and now just we're well past a 10 count here. Ace Austin trying in vain to get his partner's help, but it's just not to no avail. But the damage has already been done, Ben.
Chris Bay does not look good. Gasping for air. All right, it's my hometown, but these guys are cheering for that. That's kind of sick.
It's
that is, guys, come on.
See that? Gabriel taking the opportunity to mock Ace Austin. Good God. Getting out the way, and now, unfortunately, almost DDTing his own partner there.
But the Pereira on the ground. Chris Bay crawling, desperately trying to make a tag. Ace Austin has the rope. All he needs to do is make contact, but no!
Up and over, back body drop. Bay jumping through, no!
Oh!
At the very last second, Eli Theseus, well-timed, takes his opponent out of the equation, and again, Chris Bay is forced to endure more punishment.
Eli bringing those boots to the chest, forcing more oxygen out of Chris Bay's lungs.
Every time we see the Pereira, they are getting more impressive. This is a world-class tag team in ABC. And at this point, it's been pretty dominant from the Pereira.
Looking back now, Chris Bay getting that second burst of energy. He managed to put down Gabriel. Now Eli managed to get the upper hand. Oh,
DDT!
Vicious DDT. And to add insult to injury, a kip up in the middle of the ring to show that he has plenty of life in those lungs.
You can see
and here it is!
Just a Cheshire cat grin on the face of Eli Theseus, so assured of his place, does not see! Bay made his way to the top, struck Eli down to the ground, and now he has an opportunity.
Well, both competitors are out, their partners are up, wanting that tag.
Ace Austin needs to keep his eyes on Gabriel Eros. Gabriel Eros wants to, he can jump to the outside, take Ace Austin out again. He cannot afford another error, another slip-up. Bay needs to be out. It is do or die at this point.
You have to believe whoever gets this tag is going to have a huge advantage going into the next chapter of this match.
Bay crawling over inch by inch. Did Gabriel even get a...
Was there a tag there?
Did Gabriel even get a tag?
I don't think there was a tag. The ref didn't see it.
Russian leg sweep. I don't know if Ace Austin knows who the legal person is here. Now Eli Theseus against the rope. Still... Up and over. Oh my God. Ace Austin will not be denied. The inevitable for sure. Springboard up and over. Oh, just a dirty kick to the face. Using a bit of that Pereira mentality. It doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to be effective.
Getting out of the way, making Eli kiss the turnbuckle.
Up and over! Spinning kick to the face here, and now hoisting Eli up and over.
Trying to turn him over. We're looking at a Boston Crab here. Yes!
Gets it up, executed firmly in the middle of the ring.
Gabriel, nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere inside. We very well could have new tag team champions. Eli Theseus clawing to the ropes, but he does not need to because his tag team partner comes in to break up the submission. Ace Austin again pulling him out, isolating so he can go one-on-one.
And of course, let's not forget, Shawn, that your partner is able to come in and break up a pinning combination if you are able to, as long as they are out.
Case in point right there, within a hair's breadth of new champions being crowned here.
As long as they're out by the count of the ref's 5, whatever that may be.
And the problem that you have here is Chris Bay is needing to take this opportunity to regroup. He cannot be here to help his partner, so we've effectively got a 2-on-1 affair once again. Ace Austin has no chance.
And I'll also say that it is at the ref's discretion when that count starts.
Oh, we could be looking for Hades' curse here. Coming up and over. He has it still.
Oh!
Oh my God!
Referee Nick Savage has hit the ground inadvertently. Hit by Gabriel.
The Pereira did not mean to do it, but this opens up an opportunity for either team here. Bay back in the ring. Double spinning kick here. The count, but Nick Savage is out. That is well into a 3 count. New champions should be crowned right about now.
Again, Shawn, if the ref doesn't see it, it didn't happen.
ABC now realizing Nick Savage is out of the ring. The pinfall cannot be made.
Well, their only hope is to try and rouse him.
Trying to force, and now just, you can see, trying to keep Eli Theseus at bay at this point. We have another opportunity here.
Looks like Nick Savage is back on his feet.
Jumping up. Oh my God!
Good night, we can have new champions. 1, 2.
Oh my God! Gabriel Eros!
Oh, that's it! That's an instant disqualification, surely.
Nick Savage laid out. Gabriel Eros just
Why would he do that, Shawn?
referee.
Why would he do that? Because he's smart. Because the titles don't change on a disqualification. The Pereira had nothing, although they had everything to lose.
You can see here, ABC now. Oh! Double low blow. The referee is out. And now, the Pereira once again is going to take advantage of any opportunity at their disposal. And at this point,
I mean, the match is still going on. It hasn't been disqualified yet.
we're basically in a tornado tag, no disqualification match, I guess. Oh my God!
And they're asking for a ref. You've got to be kidding me.
Kalnika in effect. No, he's... Surely not. One. Oh my God. Just enough time that Ace Austin had the wherewithal to get the shoulder up. He may not even know where he is at this point, but just another time had elapsed.
Gabriel looks how I feel at this point in time. Unbelievable, the kick out there from Ace Austin.
Gabriel has to be careful at the moment. He may be about to lay out another referee. Would not surprise me at this juncture. But now they have to be wondering, what do we need to do to maintain the titles that we just won last night?
Eli telling Gabriel to go for the metal chains, which has become synonymous with this duo.
I mean, at this point, the Paraders don't seem to care. Either way, they keep the titles. If they win through normal measures or go for a disqualification, I guess they keep the titles.
Absolutely they do.
Now the referee doing his job. Well-placed low blow from Ace Austin, who will not be denied. The inevitable with a big boot to Gabriel Eros. Now Eli having caught Austin. Austin is going to come through. Rolling him up. 1, 2.
Oh, handful of tights. Oh, and a stiff shot by Gabriel on the outside.
Maybe looking. Hades curse. Surely not, no.
That's it.
Basically, a 3-on-2 affair. The Pereira and the gold chain. A tale as old as time. The Pereira have once again stolen a victory, and ABC comes up just short.
Still the World Series Wrestling Champions, the Pereira!
Gabriel Eros and Eli Theseus proving once again that they are the most well-scouting tag team right here in this country. Once again, they have found a way through hell or high water to come away with a victory. And now you see they can call themselves for at least another day tag team champions here at World Series Wrestling. At some point, a team needs to step up that can look to neutralize the threat. That is the gold chain. They need to find a way to mitigate the tactics of the Pariah.
I just don't know who can, Shawn. Like, I've known the Pariah a long time. Oh, Gabrielle, something to say.
A lot of you have been here for the ride with the Pariah. And Adelaide, we did it, baby, yeah!
As much as all of you know, it would have been perfect for us to win these titles here in front of all of you. We got to have our first title defense against the very best tag team in the world, ABC. We tell you guys all the time that we're the sexiest Greek boys in the whole world. You guys know that we've got all the charisma. We got the gold chains. But now, after 5 years since our first World Series Wrestling appearance, we stand before you in our hometown as the world champions, baby. Break out the red panties. Baby, we did it.
They said it themselves, hometown heroes, 5 years going, the Pariah have the right to call themselves champions. You have to wonder who is out the back there. Is Warbeard looking for a rematch? Will ABC look to step up once again? Who can stand up? You said it yourself, Ben. Who indeed can stand up to face and defeat and humble the Pariah?
We have got a huge second half of action right here at World Series Wrestling Full Throttle. And we're going to kick it off with a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
When you can walk in to Australia with belts around your waist,
coming to the ring, Jimmy C.
You're no longer the tag team champions. They're
Hailing from high atop Mount Canada, South Australia.
Before you get
They are Nick and Jack.
They are against the tag team champions, but no longer as Warbeard lost just the other night to the Pariah.
And I'll tell you this for a nickel, I'll tell you for a dime. I don't know if that is an actual phrase, but it is now.
There we go.
The Armstrongs would have been great contenders for those tag team titles had Warbeard managed to hold on to them. Primarily for their wrestling. But that man standing in the middle of the ring, pointing his fingers everywhere, Jimmy C. The bane of many wrestlers' existence. is the underlying factor in every match he's involved with.
The Armstrongs have been the best of brothers and the bitterest of enemies. They know each other so damn well, but they are such an effective team when they're on the same page. Jet Armstrong on the outside, Nick Armstrong on the inside. These two men are going to be facing off against the former WSW Tag Team Champions, Eric Rowan, Matt Basso. You are about to bear witness to Warbeard once again here in World Series Wrestling. Indeed going to be tag team warfare at its finest. You are about to see why these two men captured tag team gold. They may not be the most experienced team, but they make up for it in size, in strength, and sheer veracity.
You have to give it to the Armstrongs. Not many people would sign on the dotted line to compete with these guys. And as you can see, they're getting out of the ring in a hurry.
Eric Rowan hot in pursuit there for a moment.
Any normal person would not want to be in the ring with these two Goliaths.
Eric Rowan, Matt Basso surely have revenge on their mind. They want to gain back those tag team titles. But by the same token, the Armstrongs come away with the victory. Perhaps they're the ones that tee off next against the Pereira.
Well, can you imagine the mood Warbeard's in right now? They lost the titles last night, correct?
Yeah, just in Melbourne.
And then you've got, let's face it, two plucky, somewhat arrogant individuals in the Armstrongs coming in. I'd be feeling for the Armstrongs.
That's it, there's a tall order that needs to be taken up for here. The Armstrongs need us focus less on the crowd on the outside and more on the task set before him to topple the giants, the behemoths, the dragons that are Warbeard. Two pissed off competitors, to put it lightly.
I think focusing on the crowd is maybe a distraction from the task at hand.
But the wonder here, as in all tag team affairs, who's going to be starting off proceedings here? And who do you want to start off with? You're Jet and you're Nick. Who exactly do you want to face first? Is it really a choice? Here in World Series Wrestling, Basso and Rowan's kind of just Redbeard rather found each other by sheer chance. They look like a well-oiled machine.
Look at
them.
You wouldn't have to find him by chance. They stand head and tail above everyone. Oh, where's the next big intimidator? Oh, it's that guy whose head's 3 feet above everyone else.
Who's the other Viking? Who's the nearest Viking in my vicinity? Now we have Matt Basso squaring off against Nick Armstrong to begin this contest. Locking up and being shoved away.
Yeah, probably not the wisest way to start a match. Going in again. Tenacious. And kissing.
Nick Armstrong is unfortunately a man with quite a short fuse. He's going to be frustrated quickly and already tagged in his brother here.
Get him! I want you. I want him!
Is Armstrong asking for Redbeard?
I was about to say that Jet Armstrong is a bit more of a cerebral of the two, less emotionally invested, but I have to wonder how smart of a request this is.
Well, you're here for a good time, not a long time, isn't that right, Jet?
And asking you shall receive. Eric Redbeard making his way into the ring. I don't know if it really comes across. I mean, it does when you look at the two together, but I cannot understate how huge Eric Redbeard actually is.
I'll take you. Let's go.
Jet had to jump.
One arm. I don't even think Redbeard's arm needs to be around his waist. Just lift up the neck and Jet will follow. Yeah, I'm really kind of eating my words on this whole cerebral approach that I assumed Jet was going to take here.
Yeah, not their strong point, to be honest. Not what the Armstrongs are known for.
He's just trying to wear down Eric Redbeard here. Well, the cardio's gone.
One of them. Oh, dear.
You won't sense of the crowd when you get the picture. Oh my God. Well,
and Eric flexing, mimicking.
Essentially the real Armstrong in the ring at the moment. Nick Armstrong on the outside, give him a chance.
Hey! Jeff wants to try to knock me down. Let's give him a fair shot, huh?
Fair shot, says Eric Redbeard. He's going to give Jet Armstrong the opportunity to knock him down. One chance and one chance only.
Well, he's had about 10 already. Don't know what the 11th is. Okay, there we go.
They were warm-ups.
He's a one arm behind the back there is what we mean by fair chance, I guess.
Jeff, give him a chance.
All right, I mean, here we go. You've got one chance. What exactly are you going to do with it?
Oh, cheap shot.
Just so that we're on the same page here, it was a kick to the gut and a slap to the face. Oh! You can hear that from up here where we are on the balcony.
I felt that from up here.
And now Matt Basso back in the ring. Not sure that's much better, to be perfectly honest.
No,
the Armstrong.
It's like goodbye frying pan, hello fire.
Oh, watch this. This is absolutely incredible. Up and down. Sheer force. Basso, again, well known to Adelaide audiences here.
And here comes Nick Armstrong trying to rescue his brother. Well, he tried. I guess he succeeded in a way.
Rescue's a relative word here, but
chopped his throat.
I don't really know what exactly the game plan of the Armstrongs is at this point. You can just see just Warbeard having their way with the Armstrongs here, and we're now going to get the 10-fist salute. Say it, but a perfect 10 there ever was one, and we will see the perfect 10 later on tonight in the main event. Oh my God!
He's using his brother as a weapon.
Armstrong against Armstrong at this point. Now using each other as a weapon. Oh my God! Oh my God is going to be the phrase of the night, I think, or at least for this match. Up and over now. Where are the Armstrongs on the outside here? Trying, I say, to collect themselves, get a breather, get a smack on the back for their troubles. Look at Nick just crawling away at this point.
And in direct contrast, look at massive Matt Basso just walking around casually like he's going to the shops and buying some shots.
You see, Redbeard is content just to legally be where he needs to be at the other side of the ring. He doesn't mind, he can wait. Now Jimmy C distracting Basso there, giving the Armstrongs an opportunity, and that's how you cut the big man down to size, and that is going to draw the ire of Redbeard, who's now come around.
And Jimmy C quickly realizing that Redbeard was right behind him, and it's not the best place for him to be. Oh, massive missile dropkick from the top rope by Jet Armstrong.
See here, I think now the Armstrongs are understanding a little bit more of the tactics they're going to need to employ. A little bit more underhanded, a little bit sneakier. You're not going to go strength for strength.
You're going to have to rely on the technical side of things, and that is where the Armstrongs have their most knowledge. Finding those weak spots, creating those weak spots, chopping down the giant oak tree that is their opponent.
And I've said here before, said here earlier, the Armstrongs have been best of friends and are bitter enemies, and more to the point, they are both accomplished singles competitors in their own right. They are multi-time champions. Here in Adelaide, they are dangerous competitors.
Just taunting the big red giant on the outside of the ring, who's looking at him blankly.
That's it. Unlike Nick Armstrong, I think Redbeard does have the ability to hold the emotion at bay here, but then again, he does understand that at some point he will get his arms on them. Up and over. Thunderous double suplex from the Armstrongs here.
Jet with the cover. Not enough.
See Redbeard yelling for Basso to bring the shoulder up, and now asking for the tag here. Maybe understanding that his partner might be in trouble now for the first time in this match. Look at how contorted Basso's face is here. Arm just wrenching on the neck, squeezing the life out of Basso, cutting him down to size. Actually makes him look shorter.
Well, it's the only way that Grim's ever going to look short. I can tell you that, especially when compared to Jet Armstrong.
Now, Goozled, Habs looking for a choke slam here. One and done, it would be over. Jet fighting his way out of the predicament, coming forth, but caught now. Oh my God! Not quite a power slam, not quite an F5, just lift him up and throw him.
I think something happened on the way down. I think Jet got a thumb to the eye and made big Matt Grim Basso
just release.
Just hurt something.
That's it, it gives an opportunity now for Nick to come in the ring to do a bail as Redbeard wrecking house. They see Nick Armstrong in the corner, and again, going to use his opponent potentially. No, he's going to stack him up, fold him over. Like a goddamn train, Redbeard is rolling through his opponents. Now the Armstrongs stacked together in the corner. Brother on brother sandwich. Now discarded out the ring.
For the legal man, Nick Armstrong. Nope, he's out too.
That's it, you have to remember this is still a tag team affair. There are still rules. I am a little concerned about what is about to come next.
Why?
Good God, no, Eric! Redbeard calling for, okay, thank God. I mean, the sensiblest way that could have gone.
It'd still be like a steel girder coming swinging towards you. Oh, that guy's a legal man now.
There we go. Now, Eric, stop, do it. Oh my God!
Oh, what?
Plancha flipping over the rope.
How's Nick Armstrong's ribs still intact?
What is he, close to 300 pounds? Crunching down.
Oh gosh, here we go.
On a comparatively smaller frame, and there you see Jimmy C on the apron.
Snitch, Jimmy C on the apron, getting the ref's attention.
Now Jet taking the time to capitalize on the scenario here. I don't know where Matt Basso is on the outside. You can see him there.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy C's life just flashed before his eyes. I can tell you that much.
Look how tiny the Armstrongs look here. Like children. Redbeard suplex 2 children.
There's your headline for the advertiser tomorrow morning.
With ease, Eric Redbeard suplexing both Nick and Jet Armstrong, and now, again, just hoisting the man on his shoulder like it is nothing.
Oh, Nick Armstrong raking the eyes there of Redbeard.
Enziguri for his troubles, now finding a way to cut the big man down to size.
Oh, that was a lightning roll up by the big man.
Quick like a cat. Oh! Cutter from Nick Armstrong, that could be all. 2.
Opportunistic from Nick Armstrong. It's not often that gets kicked out of.
And again, we have to state the implications that this match may have going forward in the tour. Armstrongs could earn themselves a place opposite the Pereira. Hell, on the other side of the coin, this could be exactly what Warbeard needs to put themselves back into the front of the line up for contention.
Oh! Pops a boot to the jaw. Nick Armstrong teetering.
Matt Basso calling for the tag.
Teetering still. Help him out, Grim.
Choke slam time. Nick Armstrong is up and over, up and out. No, he calls it. Goes for the cutter. Matt Basso almost has a scattered gigantic boot to the face.
Oh, Jimmy C, that little snake, putting Nick Armstrong's foot on the rope. That little weasel.
You have to wonder, if you were wondering what exactly the part that Jimmy C plays on the outside, case in point, he just saved the match for his team here.
And Jed Armstrong now coming from behind and jumping on Grimm's back. Not for long though.
Now we're maybe looking for a, oh my God.
Oh!
Up and down, potentially a layer of skin just taken off Jed Armstrong there. And now
Redbeard asks for the tag and receives, and now the Armstrongs will feel the wrath.
Double clothesline, the Armstrongs caught him back. Oh my goodness!
Is that a crossbody?
Across both men.
What is going on? I thought these two would be in a rage, but they seem to be just having fun.
Redbeard just uses his body as a boulder to simply... Oh my goodness. People notice here.
Every dog has his day. And looks like Jimmy C's about to have his.
Jimmy C, Jimmy Do, he's about to be absolute, I mean, double choke slam. What are we looking at here?
Oh my goodness, I've
choke
waited
slam, face slam.
So long distance.
He's dead. He's gone. There we go. Where's the ambulance?
Come on, mate.
And speaking of a grave, we may be seeing the end here of Nick Armstrong. Hoisted up as Matt Basso is on the top rope. He is on the top rope! Powerbomb Doomsday device! And Jed Armstrong nowhere in sight. Unfortunately not there for his brother. Warbeard have got another victory. You have to imagine the players watching from backstage here. Over 2 tours now. Warbeard and the Pereira are 1-1. Perhaps we are yet to see the rubber match take place. Still 3 more cities to go. Eric Rowan and Matt Basso with a decisive victory over the Armstrongs here tonight in Adelaide. Jimmy C, I mean, he's showing life, I guess. You have to wonder who got the worst of that exchange there.
Definitely Jimmy C. Definitely. But you know what? Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Now celebrations are in order here. To the victor goes the spoils.
Of course, as you do, after every hard fought, well, every battle in Viking lore, you raise your horn.
Well, fills the entire thing to the brim, I guess. And cheers. An emphatic victory. A very clear statement. Eric Rowan and Matt Basso here in Adelaide, Australia have come away with another victory, and we've still got 2 more matches to go here, Ben.
Full Throttle continues to rage ahead as we say goodnight to Warbeard, but look forward to the next competition.
Remembering we still have the WSW World Championship on the line. Newly crowned Shawn Spears coming up against not 1, not 2, but 3 competitors. Eric Young, Frankie Kazarian, and the former champ, the indie god, Matt Cardona.
I really think you should drop that indie part of his name. God, I think sounds better. I reckon. Matt Cardona, God.
To be determined. We're in the horn. The night is going to roll on for Warbeard. Horns in hand. It's a Sunday night. Who the hell knows what happens after dark?
Adelaide, you've still got a bit more left in you tonight. We've still got a couple of great matches. Our next one is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
We saw him earlier tonight, Shawn. The aerial assassin himself. Member of TMDK.
Weighing this afternoon at 80 kilograms.
That is the sniper of the skies, Robbie Eagles. No stranger to World Series Wrestling. Cast your mind back to 2018. At that point, this man was the World Series Wrestling World Champion. He's also the first Australian-born IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Accolades to his name abound.
And being accompanied to the ring, much like Robbie Eagles did earlier, Jose Fujita is back.
Head held high, absolutely nothing to be ashamed on. Put on an absolute clinic against the WSW Australian Champion, coming up short. And of course now he will be here in the corner of Robbie Eagles, two members of the Mighty Don't Kneel.
And his opponent.
And now we have the Adelaide local, fast rising.
Weighing this afternoon at 1,000 pounds of pure ego. He's your mum's favourite wrestler. He's the official ego, Matt Hayter!
One of the most extraordinary talents in the country, Matt Hayter, over the past few years has gone from strength to strength in the Australian scene. And at times I think maybe the massive ego that this man has is sometimes warranted.
Now Matt Hayter has also spent some time over stateside, has taken, you have to assume, a lot of lessons, a lot of new abilities, a lot of new moves to put in his arsenal here that he is going to be putting up against Robbie Eagles, an international star in his own right.
Well, can you imagine the opportunity Matt Hayter has here? He's been over to the US once. He's honed his craft here in Adelaide and all over Australia. And now he's going up against Robbie Eagles, a cement structure over in New Japan. An individual who has won title after title all over the world. If Matt Hayter can get the victory here over a seasoned veteran like Robbie Eagles, can you imagine what that would do for his career? Hell, there may even be an invitation to TMDK for him. You never know.
You simply never know, but for those of you who don't know Matt Hayter and who have not seen him before, you are clearly in for a treat. Rest assured, Matt Hayter is going to be putting out all the stops here. This is his first time here in World Series Wrestling. He will not let the opportunity slide if the code ever comes off.
Matt Hayter knows what he wants. The audience know what they want.
If there's anything that's going to make the mighty kneel, it's that, I guess. The Australian matchup right here, Matt Hayter, Robbie Eagles. I could be wrong, potentially first time meeting between the two.
I believe so. I'm excited by this prospect, I have to tell you.
And these two are very much aware of each other in the wrestling sphere, surely have studied each other's tapes. Following Robbie Eagles over to New Japan, Matt Hayter has been all over the country here.
Robbie Eagles is out because the crowd was chanting "Twist his death."
That's it, apparently. I mean, I don't know what Robbie Eagles is doing here, potentially leaving the match already. And
And referee started the 10 count, so I guess the match is underway, but...
I was going to say, Fujita hasn't even left yet. Having a bit of counter here. Already the official ego getting under the skin, perhaps, of Robbie Eagles. Not a good start to the match, to be honest, for the sniper of the skies.
Shut the fuck up, dickhead!
Oh, Adelaide, don't ever change, you classy, classy ladies.
anyone to twist my dick, ask your mum.
Matthew Hayter sending his best wishes to everyone's family.
Yeah, to all our international watchers tonight. Yeah, this is Adelaide, Australia. Okay. This is World Series Wrestling.
And we're back on even terms. Let's go!
There shall be no twisting going on tonight. Just a good old-fashioned technical wrestling affair. I say that with bated breath, hopefully.
As long as you're not a master, that bated breath is fine.
Robbie Eagles headlock takeover. So smooth, so calculated in the ring. You're going to see this pace is going to be quick. It's going to be frenetic.
Effortless athleticism. Makes me jealous. Oh, Robbie teasing the shirt now. Going on.
I really don't. The scarf stays on at least. On second thoughts, I believe it's a bender. But either way. Now Robbie Hart taking off against the ropes. Supplanting straight into Matt Hayter, slicing him down. You hear that?
Stay down. And Matt Hayter has a thought of his own about staying down.
I know a lot of this has been theatrics and clothing removal so far, but otherwise it's been a pretty even matchup, at least from what I can see. Up and over, around Robbie Eagles. Again, as we stated, the sniper of the skies here can come at you any which way, from any direction.
Oh, Matt Hayter with a nice counter there.
A nonchalant cartwheel.
Studying each other's tapes. The advantage Matt Hayter has is there is a lot more fat matches on tape of Robbie Eagles than there is of Matt Hayter.
Say fat matches?
Probably.
Fat matches indeed.
Big fat matches coming at you.
Up and over. Down and around. Up run of his own. No cartwheel to speak of this time. Matt Hayter now taking a bit of an early lead somewhat now, and he has to really, I would say he has to kind of capitalize on this, but again, the theatrics of the official ego, part and parcel of what makes the man, well, okay.
Now you have to understand this about Matt Hayter.
No matter how many times I see it.
Matt Hayter is a consummate theatre showman. He's amazing to watch.
What is going on in this match?
Oh, this is your first Matt Hayter match.
I'm not a hater. Robbie Eagles. Oh no! What? Oh no! How is it?
He did it! Oh, Robbie, no! You don't know where that's been!
For the first time, I'm completely speechless tonight here. It's not, I don't know what I expected from a Robbie Eagles Matt Hayter match, but we are seeing everything, oddly enough, in this match.
For touching my dick!
And Hayter taking Robbie for a spin for shaking hands with Richard.
We've had airplane spin, testicular torsion, the works, everything you want from a wrestling match. Matt Hayter getting a boot to his face for his troubles here. Robbie Eagles taking his time now, coming through with a nicely placed knife-edge chop to the chest of the official ego. Coming through for a flipped up pin, getting the 2 count here. And again, potentially for another airplane spin that Robbie has it doubted. Snap backdrop. Beautiful. Just like that. Like a light switch, the technical ability of Robbie Eagles coming out in full force.
Now I have to ask you this, Shawn. We didn't see Robbie Eagles interfere in the Australian Championship match earlier. But do you think we will see Fujita perhaps help out Robbie if things don't go his way all of a sudden.
The thing that is starting to become very apparent about the Mighty O'Neill is the pure stubbornness of each competitor, their willingness to win. And what I think you'll find is that the person on the outside is there to simply watch, to show solidarity. At least from what I can see, Robbie Eagles will do this solo through hell or high water.
Yep, go!
Hayter now coming across the ring. Nicely placed elbow smash.
Yeah!
And again, up and over. Sees the tornado DDT coming, catches the foot.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
my goodness! Thunderous! Spinebuster. Up and over.
Almost a T-bone
Straight
time,
through.
Buster. But Robbie's trying to lock in, going for the STF?
You can see he's looking for that Ron Miller special there.
But Matt Hayter getting to the ropes, which means any holds have to be broken. Robbie now asking for the crowd's support.
Now coming through.
Gets his knees up.
Double knee strike here. Coming up again. Oh my goodness! Has Matt Hayter in a precarious position. Double knee strike. Hayter is absolutely out.
And Robbie literally rubbing it in.
Lights are on, no one's home. A dominant pinfall there. And now Robbie Eagles settling into that routine here.
And
has
referee
Matt Hayter scouted.
Just checking on Matt Hayter after getting those knees to the face. You have to imagine that either he may have a concussion, he may be knocked loopy, he could have something broken.
That's it, there is no titles on the line here, simply bragging rights and further progression here on the tour here in World Series Wrestling.
Well, having been in the ring with Matt Hayter, having seen many a Matt Hayter match, Matt Hayter has a way of getting on your nerves. And I can completely understand if Robbie Eagles is now doing this to teach Matt Hayter a lesson, to teach him some respect.
Well, you can see it's kind of going the other way now, is that Matt Hayter is absolute, look at the pissed off man. Oh my goodness, with gusto.
Just chins him. Best way to be. Robbie's not falling for that. However, he did fall for the turnbuckle attraction. I don't know what that means. Let's go with that.
Oh, mentioned looking for the pulse drop there, and Matt Hayter. Oh my goodness! Exquisite flying elbow from Matt Hayter, the official ego here. Trying to rally the crowd in his favor. Coming forward again. That spinning tornado DDT right on top of the head.
You saw
of
the
Robbie
legs
Eagles.
fly out. They were vertical. Oh, I thought that was a 3. I could have sworn that was a 3.
Robbie Eagles dropped upside down on the top of his head.
Matt Hayter now perhaps trying to get some of his energy back while Robbie recovers. Or still Robbie's catchphrase, either or.
And the thing to remember here is that this match was not announced ahead of time, so you have to wonder as well, how much time did these people have to prepare, both competitors to prepare for each other?
Robbie Eagles was preparing for Chris Basso, who had to pull out at the last moment. Thankfully, Matt Hayter was able to take his place.
Now looking for the super kick. Has it scouted? Veteran instincts of Robbie Eagles. They're trying to go for that turbo backpack, but has it scouted once again? Both men so familiar with each other's arsenal, despite having never faced one another.
You see that? The kick out. Robbie grabbed his leg of the middle of the kick out. Amazing ingenuity there.
He's going from one move, transitioning to another. Oh my God!
Hayter may have done something there.
You notice there he did not have his knee bent. It was a straight leg. He could have absolutely just, could be torqued, it could be dislocated. Ligament damage, you just don't know.
There's a lot of ligaments behind that kneecap. Any one of them, if they popped, that could be it. It could be game over. Hayter's definitely favoring that other knee.
It was the entirety of Robbie Eagles' body weight landing down on the outstretched knee of Matt Hayter, and yet still, don't know how wise this is, heading to the top rope.
Well, I mean, if he's got an injury, Hayter would need to end it now. And I think that he's trying to do.
Good Lord, is he looking for
With
a
moonsault? Oh my God! Springboard moonsault.
And you see he went down right onto that knee again. You have to wonder, it is high risk, high reward.
As I said, if he's injured, he needs to end it as quick as possible.
Now, springboard.
Oh, and Robbie's seen it.
That's exactly right. Robbie Eagle saw it. He heard the scream. Probably felt his body, but now.
He's guarding the cradle. He almost had him. Oh!
Not quite the smallest of packages. Didn't get it done.
Hayter now unable to capitalise.
Exactly it. You can see, I mean, you just have to wonder the extent of the damage here that Hayter has done to his knee. Hayter, and how much of that, of his game plan, of his arsenal, has now been cut off literally at the knee. Looking for that. Oh my goodness.
And again. He's called the sniper for a very good reason.
Going for almost a shining wizard there. And now we might be looking for Warp 4.5 here. I don't know if he's in the right. Oh my God!
On the knee!
To the knee!
On the knee! He's looking to submit him!
1 minute special! Good God! Matt Hayter just took the entire body weight of Robbie Eagles again! That is a 450 splash onto the knee! Oh my God! Matt Hayter taps out!
He had no choice. He had absolutely no choice. Matt Hayter, with that unfortunate tweaking of the knee early on in the match, he went for it all to try and win it, couldn't get it, and Robbie Eagles, the consummate professional wrestler that he is, the highly intelligent, technical magician that he is of a wrestler, was able to capitalise on that small misfortune and make Matt Hayter submit.
Notice how quickly Robbie Eagles went for the knee, how quickly he capitalized on a wounded, injured, vulnerable Matt Hayter, and how effective that was. Matt Hayter, unfortunately, went one step too far and paid the price. Robbie Eagles now taking a win home for TMDK. You can see Vegeta in pursuit now as the men are going to leave Adelaide with at least one victory to take back to Zack Sabre Jr. and the rest of the Mighty Don't Kneel. Australia represent. No shaking of the hands, no show of sportsmanship as we see Matt Hayter left in the ring here. Disappointed, sure, but a great showing for his debut in World Series.
The hometown hero being sent off, unsuccessful in his debut here at World Series Wrestling Full Throttle. But I'm hoping we'll see much more of Matt Hayter, not only at World Series Wrestling, but in other federations around the globe.
Have you enjoyed yourselves tonight, Adelaide? We've got one more match left. And it is your main event for World Series Wrestling Full Throttle, right here live at the Adelaide Oval. It is a fatal four-way match for the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Here we are. He will always be the champion in my heart.
And you'll see now, Matt Cardona coming in, sans Steph DeLander, sans World Championship. He is going solo. So far here on this tour, Matt Cardona has now lost the title to Shawn Spears, and just last night, in night two of Melbourne, he lost again to Eric Young, another competitor in this match. You have to wonder what is going through the mind of Matt Cardona. Has his confidence been shattered?
You can't shatter the confidence of a god. In fact, of all the gods, he's probably the greatest of all time. He's the GOAT god. The GOAT god, Matt Cardona. can't shatter a goat god's confidence, Shawn. What you can do is shake him, stir him, but never doubt him.
You can see it was just about a year and a half ago. Matt Cardona, he was here down in Adelaide with his injured arm, his injured tricep. And since then he has come forth, oh my God. He is not bothered with endearing himself to audiences. He is here and he'll tell you this to make money, to capture gold.
Are you insane? What's that on his back? That's the Australian flag. What's more endearing than that to Australians? Nothing. Very patriotic.
I feel that a scalding hot burn from a coffee is warmer than a hug or any words that Matt Cardona can give anyone here tonight.
You're not here for words, Matt Cardona. You're here to be amazed. You're here to have your face blown off with awesomeness.
I guess we're about to hear now.
Sydney, Australia!
I mean, it's easy. That's an easy mistake to make.
Sorry, Adelaide! Come on, you guys can make some more noise. Adelaide! This is too damn easy. Adelaide fucking sucks!
Well, I mean, that is our slogan.
Shut up! Show me some respect! All hail the Deathmatch King! Tonight, I am going to regain my WSW Championship. I dedicate this win to my heater, Steph. And I am bringing that title back to the greatest country in the world, the United States of America!
I think that just proves he's of sound mind.
We'll take you back to 2005, the very first event that World Series Wrestling put on. In the very opening match, we saw this man, Frankie Kazarian. Frankie Kazarian has been a mainstay of WSW since the very beginning. And the one thing he has not been able to do so far is capture gold here. The World Series Wrestling World title has eluded him. And tonight, he has the opportunity to change his fate.
I mean, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Matt Cardona's in this match, so he's just going to have to wait for another time, unfortunately.
Matt Cardona scurrying outside the ring here as Frankie Kazarian
tactical retreat
makes his way.
And someone who Frankie Kazarian is very well known by. have some hostility left over. What was that a fist bump?
It absolutely was.
Am I seeing some favoritism? Am I seeing some illegal teaming up before we've even started this match?
I think you'll find there's no honor among thieves here. Once that bell rings, it will be all for themselves.
Well, I hope not. And here he is, Shawn.
Gold around his waist, perfect 10. Shawn Spears now calls himself world champion and has a absolutely monumental task in front of him. This is fatal four-way rules. There are no tags, there are no disqualifications. Very simple. Incapacitate 2 members enough that you can pin or make something the third, and you get to walk out of Adelaide, Australia as a WSW World Heavyweight Champion.
He doesn't even have to be involved with the pinfall to lose his title in his very first defense. That is insane. Absolutely insane. For your very first defense, you win this accolade of this fantastic championship. And then straight away, the next night, have to defend it in a fatal four-way.
And this is Shawn Spears' first tour here in Australia since 2016. He has made his way back. And similar to Cassie Lee, on their return to Australia, they pick up gold. Now we're back to Hazard for the announcements.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Adelaide Oval. This is your main event for World Series Wrestling Full Throttle. It is a fatal four-way for the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Introducing first, standing to my left. He claims he's always ready. He is the Deathmatch King and the former World Series Wrestling Champion, Matt Cardona.
See, they love him here. Everyone loves him.
And his first opponent, standing to my left, from Yucca Valley, California, he's heavy metal rebel, Frankie Kazarian. Introducing next, standing to my right, hailing from Nashville, Tennessee, he's the world-class maniac, Eric Young. And finally, he is the perfect 10. He is the World Series Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Shawn Spears.
You see everyone eyeing off Shawn Spears here. You can see Frankie Kazarian get up close and personal. This is the second time he's done so in 2 nights. It was just last night that Shawn Spears had to defend that title for the very first time, one-on-one with Frankie Kazarian. Kazarian now has a second chance to pick up the victory.
And we're underway. Interesting to see what, I know you said before that it's every man for himself as soon as that bell rings, but
Fuck all of you!
You have to wonder that's not going to endear him, but that doesn't matter. It's a well-placed strategy. Jump to the outside, let the other threes duke it out, look to pick up the pieces.
if you're on the outside, you also can't win the match. Right, yeah, it might be smart letting them beat each other, but judging from the three in the ring, they're not really buying what Mike Cardona is selling at the moment.
Now Shawn Spears, look out. Shawn Spears and Eric Young here. freaking up into Matt Cardona, who's otherwise preoccupied with a member of the audience here, and now he's finally noticed his predicament. Oh! Almost taking out members of the crowd here, and all three men pulling the Deathmatch King back into the ring, who's immediately gone to his second tactic of the night, bleeding.
So what was it you saying about every man for himself there, Shawn?
There will be in a moment.
I think this is extremely unfair for Matt Cardona.
Make your bed, you've got to lie in it here.
What bed? He just walked out here.
Exactly right. Pummeled to the ground here. Shawn Spears, Eric Young, Frankie Kazarian making short work. And immediately! And there you go. Every man for himself is in effect straight away. Of course, in night one, we saw the #1 contendership. Frankie Kazarian, Eric Young, and Slex went up to each other and had an absolutely hellacious affair, which Frankie Kazarian came away with the victory. Now we are seeing the two men who hold victories over Matt Cardona on this tour so far. Eric Young, over 20 years in this business, multiple titles to his name. No stranger to the main event scene.
Just look at the way Shawn Spears' wrist is turned there.
Sad, and you see this is exactly where you want, exactly what you want in this match. You want one-on-one as much as possible. You're going to have eyes in the back of your head, but the more time you get to wear down a single opponent, more
Got
time
him.
you get.
Got him. Eric Young knew it as well.
Nice.
There we go, show of respect here. Eric Young, Shawn Spears, starting off this match here. Perfect 10. As we said, it's been a good, what is it, 7 years for this tour that Shawn Spears has been in the country. Now, very much a fan favorite. Taking a well-placed fist to the perfect face of the perfect 10. Moving up into the ropes.
Oh, Spears had it scouted. These guys know each other so well. He knew it was a possibility.
Matt Cardona back in the ring, takes a Manhattan drop for his troubles here, and straight back out. Backstabber from Kazarian.
Kazarian just wants to get in the ring.
That's it, these two men, if any two men know each other like the back of their hands, it's Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian's a myriad of wars over the years between these two competitors.
I guess the devil you do know over the devil you don't. You feel more comfortable going to war with someone you've beaten previously as opposed to the, let's say, unconventional nature of maybe some of the other competitors in the ring.
And it's exactly right, is that, we can say, study the tapes all you like, but there's no substitute for actually getting in the ring and beating your opponent senseless to learn about them.
Oh, springboard leg drop, very nice.
Up with a 2 count here, first pinfall of the night.
Oh, Cardona's back, and cops another atomic drop.
The jewels of Matt Cardona taking somewhat of a beating here tonight. Maybe looking for the Death Valley driver.
Oh!
Jump away, almost a pinfall, and that's really all you need. Looking for the C4 there, and now perhaps the pedigree.
He managed to trap him before he could lock it in. Rolling him over. Hip toss.
Oh, both going for the same maneuver there, I think. I've never seen that, both going for an arm drag. Spears transitioning straight into a submission maneuver, and Cardona
telling everyone to be quiet.
We're in a goddamn pantomime
He's
now.
trying again.
Okay. Third time's the charm here. At this point, I think we might be going for his own kind of perfect 10. I don't know how you're standing if you're Cardona anymore.
I just don't think it's very fair.
1,
Now you notice there, referee stopping the counts because Shawn Spears managed to get his shoulder up off the mat. Of course, a ref cannot complete the 3 count if one or both shoulders aren't completely firm on the canvas.
And this is the thing, it's also the veteran instincts of someone like Shawn Spears. Why exert the energy on a kick out when you can simply lift your shoulder up?
Exactly right.
Knife edge chop. Kazarian in a precarious position now up the top here. Shawn Spears with another devastating chop. Doesn't matter if you've been doing this for 1 year or 20. Chop is a chop is a chop.
You sure?
It's a chop. Now maybe looking for a top rope C4 here. Good Lord, I was going to say, if Shawn Spears knocks that out.
Going to be Kazarian out of the match for sure, irrespective of who goes on to win it. It would then become a 3-person match.
Eric Young looking for his own devastating top rope maneuver here, a superplex. Shawn Spears cutting him to the quick now and also jumping up. Now I hesitate to say, but Matt Cardona needs to be careful. I think his jewels are safe in this instance. Up and over! Tower of Doom! Cardona still the worse for wear here.
Cardona crawling over to Kazarian. He's got the leg hook. New champ! No.
The shoulder up here.
On Spears!
They can't fault the man for trying. It's going. There you go. Eliminate everyone else from the ring. Has now Matt Cardona, the former champ, against Shawn Spears, the current champion now.
With authority into that turnbuckle.
Fucking man!
And
Cardona driving the knee. And you can see here, really well scouted, eliminating all distractions from the outside of the ring. I was going to say, if those atomic drops kept on happening, he'd have to have a very unfortunate conversation with Chelsea Green.
See, I wasn't going to bring it up because I have class.
That's debatable. Now we're looking at the 10 punches to the head of the perfect 10. Now one for good luck.
Oh, no!
Spears up and out! Power slam with conviction.
Crowd firmly behind the champ, Shawn Spears here, as Matt Cardona struggles to get to his feet.
Knife edge chop. Now whipping Cardona across the ropes. Cardona coming back around, ducking and ducking. Luther's press! Straight with some strikes of his own here.
And look how quickly Cardona got his arms up, but still cops the boot to the face.
And you have to wonder what the game plan is as well. For someone like Eric Young and Kazarian, how much is it voluntary that you're staying on the outside? Allow the others to wear themselves out, take your own time to recuperate, and pick your spot to come back into the ring. It's unfortunately the nature of a fatal four-way. There is no perfect scenario. There is no perfect game plan. Now looking for that C4. He has it lined up. Oh, and he hits it.
That could be it. We could be done. Wait. What's going on here?
1, 2, and who's? Lena Cross.
What's she doing out here?
Lena Cross on the outside has just saved the match for Matt Cardona.
Didn't we see some kind of interaction between her and Matt Cardona last night?
Well, this is exactly right, and it seems like Lena has made her decision here. Up and over, and Cardona is going to capitalize.
And what's he saying to her? I mean, we've lost Steph DeLander to injury. Is Lena the new recruit?
I mean, it's, what is it, plan C, plan D at this point? Cardona always has someone in the back pocket. You can see here, just lining up with a title here. Wait a minute.
And we got Cassie out here.
Cassie here to defend Shawn Spears. Lena Cross and Cassie Lee cancelling each other out, I guess, and now Cardona's plan has gone up in smoke. And again, remember, we're in fatal four-way rules. You can't have a disqualification.
No, anything goes in a match like this.
Now Spears taking advantage here, turning around, looking for that pedigree.
Oh, low blow. Some retribution from Matt Cardona.
No disqualifications, no countouts. The video is silent, and that could be all. Oh, both Kazarian and Eric Rowan saving the match for at least a little bit longer.
You got to remember as well, Shawn, they've been out on the outside for a long time, recovering, regaining their strength.
And now Kazarian and Eric Rowan taking their opportunity to take center stage. And as you mentioned, Ben, early on, Shawn Spears is the champion. Shawn does not need to be involved in the pinfall.
No, he can lose his title through pinfall or submission by anyone else doing either of those things.
Oh my God, looking for the kill switch there. Now going for that spike pile driver. Again, both these men jockeying for position. Coming through, double clothesline. Both men knocked out. Eric Young straight out to the ring.
It's hard to tell who got the worst of that. I think it was quite equal. What's happening on the outside here? Shawn Spears looking underneath.
Talk about picking your spots here. What in the world does Spears have in mind? The door! Want to cast your mind back.
Look on the other side.
Double door! Cast your mind back to Johnny Down Under up against Joey Janela. The door came into play very vividly and very effectively in the closing moments of that match. Now Shawn Spears
realizing that Matt Cardona had exactly the same idea as he. We're about to see a truce between the two. No, not even for a second. Shawn Spears is...
Matt Cardona has it scouted. Again, both these men jockeying for position now. They're both in precarious situations. The door behind them each. Oh my God. Eric Young, Kazarian. Deep Valley driver to both men. And now we are 2 doors down. Now both men, I don't know.
Oh, well, they're both going for the pin. You can't count.
No, I don't know that's going to help.
Who would be the champ in that case?
That creates more problems than it solves. Both Eric Young and Frankie Kazarian have now taken out the current and former champions. It is anyone's ball game here. Both these men need to utilize this opportunity. Hell, grab a chair out, grab whatever you want. Just secure yourselves the victory while you have the opportunity right now.
Kazarian up top. Eric Young trying to fight out.
He's looking for the flux capacitor there. Now Eric Young has that elbow drop. Locked, loaded.
Oh, he nails it! So that elbow drove deep into the throat of Kazarian, and this could be it.
Oh my God!
And that's how much this title means to all 4 of these men. They are willing to dig down deep and use that last little bit of energy to fight through the pain and kick out of a certain 3 count.
Coming to the outside here. Leg drop straight onto the middle rope. Dirty but effective here. Oh, caught him in the cutter! Slingshots him over. 1, 2, oh my God!
Oh, that was the belt. That could be it. Cardona.
2. Oh, that was a 2 3/4 there. Frankie wisely rolling to the edge of the ropes.
Cardona lining up Spears. You got to believe there's a little bit of a grudge feeling against Shawn Spears from Matt Cardona.
Eric, oh my, a piece of the belt. Did you see that? 4 times the charm.
Pedigree!
Pedigree's out, that could be all. 2!
And he retains!
Shawn Spears coming away with the victory. Somebody check on Eric Young, they're making a piece of that belt embedded in his skull.
World Series Wrestling World Champion, the Perfect 10.
At this point, it was a war of attrition for Cardona. He had the ace in the hole. He had the ace in the hole. That was laid across, but unfortunately, to no avail. Shawn Spears fought through 3 competitors, fought through many on the outside, and has come away once again. We are now halfway through the tour. Still the champion, still the Perfect 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Ben Rosenthal, here for Full Throttle, here for World Series Wrestling. Oh my God, look at Eric Young, he's been busted open by that shot. Look at him.
See, there is such respect between all 3 of these competitors here.
There's been a lot of people talking tonight, but I damn well can't help it. You guys sure as hell showed up tonight. I believe I can speak clearly on behalf of myself, but on behalf of every man and woman in that locker room when I say, thank you guys, you were fucking awesome. Now there's a lot of people to thank for this show taking place tonight. He's running around here somewhere, Adrian. You skinny little devil. Thank you for having faith in me. But the other 2 guys I want to thank. Yo, Adrian! I didn't start it, some guy out there did. But 2 guys I want to thank are standing in this ring right now. Please don't think I'm trying to make you feel old. I'm right there with you, pal. But Frankie Kazarian has been doing this for a quarter of a century. I've been doing this for 20 years. I remember the first time I saw you, you are just as damn good, if not better, all these years later. Tonight was my pleasure. And then there's Eric Young. This show has already been going for quite some time tonight. I really appreciate you guys hanging out and sticking around for this, because truth be told, I've been waiting for 20 plus years to say something to you, and I don't know if I'll ever get another chance to do it, so I'm going to take advantage of it right now. This man trained me to be a professional wrestler. This man didn't just give me a place to live, he let me live in his room when I got kicked out of a house. This man let me train even though I couldn't afford it. Truth be told, I think I still owe you $800. I don't got it, sorry, I don't. But truth be told, I know you're a maniac in this ring, but you wear your heart on your sleeve. And that is the biggest thing you taught me in this industry is humility. So from one grown man to another, I want you to know that none of this would have been possible without you. I love you more than words could possibly explain. And I don't care if we ever get to do this again. It may or may not ever happen, but I just want you to know that you are my forever fucking champion.
And there you have it. We want to say thank you so much. I'm Shawn Thomas. I've been alongside Ben Rosenthal. We will be back for World Series Wrestling later on this week. Thank you so much. And from Adelaide, with love, humility, and respect, good night.